after your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And of course, we are hosted by the best. Please, everyone, introduce yourselves.
I am the Shade Queen, Martin Royalty.
Come on, your beautiful people is Big Koi defending your right to fuck it up.
It's your boy Big Man Use, aka Mr. Rotations, aka the voice of reason, aka these last two AKAs are not staying for the whole week, by the way.
Okay.
AKA the circumcised one, defending your right to not have foreskin.
Wait, not you.
Yes.
I thought that was a one-time thing yesterday.
No, I jacked it still.
No, but we're not gonna do that anymore.
Those two last lines are gone.
Okay.
Man,
Do you know what's mad? Tomorrow's the last day to enjoy that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I let it run yesterday. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, my little brother.
I like it though.
little brother.
Yeah, my little brother. Have a good time. Esther, don't support this. Because
No, I mean, the circumcised stuff.
the circumcised stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
can be
that
circumcised.
that can't be a continuous narrative. You know what I mean?
They're circumcised.
Yeah.
It's really sounds like you're putting an ad out.
That's not my tagline.
We need to one day
it sounds a bit.
We need to one day tell everyone how we came up with our lines as well.
Mm.
We need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My story's not that great. My story's just how I live.
And over to you, Mister.
Yeah, and they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist.
Come on.
TDA producer, news analyst.
That's right.
Melanin jam-packed.
Okay.
Guys, somebody light-skinned is not here today. We had to deal with him. But he'll be back soon.
He's on suspension for a moment.
Yeah. He might be back tomorrow. Who knows, isn't it? But he'll be back soon.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned. Love you.
If he's sorry, if he's sorry, then he can come back tomorrow.
Exactly. Because that's how we roll.
That's
here.
how we roll here. Discipline.
But yeah, we hope he's good. All right, guys, just so you know, the road to Rwanda is really roading to Rwandering. So, let's get ready for that. Russia has an update on Putin's illness or lack of. And there's so much more. But guys, I want to check, how have you guys been?
We're good, man.
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, good. Just a regular Monday night.
Okay.
Do you know what though? I'm feeling very tired these days. I'm actually very knackered. I think I need to start taking vitamins and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you have quite a full social life though, Esther.
Yeah, you have a few ailments. You need to fix it.
What?
I have a what?
Ailments.
Ailments. What's
Ailments.
Ailments. Rah.
Ailments.
So you try to give me speech and you
Crazy.
kind of
Because karma is fast, Karma said,
No, but-
what ailments do I have?
Anyway, you know what? Iman's
What do you
evil because
mean?
Iman heard it and didn't correct it once. He said, let's see how this works out.
Ailments. No.
Is ailments that we've spoken of off camera?
Oh, was that off camera?
No,
I don't know.
What you said,
I don't
hay
know.
fever.
No,
fever.
the convo, obviously.
Malaria
asthma,
twice.
Okay.
Hay fever.
Chicken pox in your
The
adult age.
allergies. Remember, there's quite a few.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Esther's a survivor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're dealing with a lot all at once.
She's dealt with a lot. She's good now.
Yeah.
Am I? I'm
I don't know,
tired.
so I'm trying to
My eyes are stinging. And you know, like I said,
I'm
I
on
went
my
to
last
bed.
leg.
You know
I
what?
went to bed before 8 o'clock yesterday. Woke up at like 2:45.
Same.
Then I went back to bed like an hour after, and I woke up so tired.
It's TDA, man. Fucking up the feng shui.
No, I think I've got used to it.
Your English is not working with you this morning. The heck?
No, you just have to get used to it. Like at the beginning, TDA had me on the ropes.
I'm a morning person.
But you might just not be. I don't know what type of person
I'm
you
not
are.
a daytime person anymore. I don't know what's going
To be
on.
fair, you went bed quite early though. You went bed before 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's why I think there's more to it. I'm gonna get a blood test today.
Okay, that's good.
Because
I love
this
how
ain't
proactive you are about your health because
Yeah, man.
certain people, especially men with penis people, they not men with penises, penis people. They
You
don't
need to say
take
that
the
nowadays,
GP.
though.
Please, this is such
Stop!
a show.
It's too early. We're gonna warm up into headlines, and then you can bring your
And
views.
you can bring marks.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So,
Goodness me.
Also, people, we learned off air today that E-Man is a lot like Marks in terms of his views.
Oh,
off
you-
air,
I can't believe this.
if
I thought we
you,
were on
Like-
the same side, Yusuf.
What's that?
I thought we were on the same side.
no, you're on the same couch.
Why would you have thought that? Because you're on the same sofa. No.
Guys? Yeah, he's gonna give you a daily dose.
That
Of,
you're gonna learn
the thing
today.
is that he might even be more Margs than Margs.
No, I think Marks, if Marks saw Ema in his element,
Yeah, he'll be proud.
Marks would be like,
Yeah.
E-Man is low key.
You know what?
toxic.
No, spot me. That's what Marks would do.
You know when
Marks
Margs
would be
does that smile? He does that smile. I found a fellow friend. That's
Yeah.
what they do. That's what they be doing. But yes, okay. So Esther, you're tired, but getting
Yeah.
through it.
Yes.
Have you got used to the TDA early starts?
You
now?
know what? I have now, you know.
Good.
I have,
Okay.
I
1
have,
week
I have.
is good. It took me like 2.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen.
he's done 2 weeks though. It's his third week, isn't it?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
used to it,
Yeah,
I'm used to it,
cool,
I'm used to it.
That's
That's
good. That's good. That's good.
I'm in there.
That's
I'm in the
lit.
flow of things.
Koi, how have you been? Thanks for asking. So yesterday was
Well, if you zipped it for a second, you give us a chance to ask you.
not zipped
Oh,
it.
wow.
I'm
How
sorry.
can you
To
talk
be
to a
fair,
black woman like
yeah,
that?
no.
I
To be
don't
fair, a
understand.
lot of women have said they don't
That's
really like
not
how
how you
judgmental
say
you are.
it.
A lot of women say they don't like how judgmental you are and how harsh you are, and how you just feel judgmental to all the cast.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
Fuck y'all.
I guess you got 2 marks today.
Nah, I'm
Woo!
playing, I'm playing.
Damn. What, do you
We
know what?
shouldn't
This
make
is why
marks the poster child for bad behavior, though. They
We
are
absolutely
bad in
shouldn't.
their own right. Yusuf
They
is a
absolutely
terrible
are. They're
person,
their own
and so is
individuals.
man.
Yeah. I've got my theory on Yusuf too, but it will come out.
Yeah, yeah.
You got what your theory?
I've got a theory on
What's your
Yusuf.
theory?
But
No.
What's your theory?
I'll leave it to that week 6.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Then I'm really come for it.
I love that. So back to Koi. I'm good, guys. I had a great evening
That's
last
good.
night. I had a great. It was
Productive
nice.
day?
It wasn't as productive as it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
But I started doing this thing, yeah. As soon as I need to do something, doing it straight away.
Yeah,
I told you,
yeah,
rather
yeah.
than creating a massive to-do list that is scary to deal with at the end
Yep.
of the week. So I didn't get as much done as I would like, but I got more done than usual.
That's good.
So yeah,
And we
so-
go again today.
And we go again today.
Love
Go
that.
again today. So yeah, man.
Nice.
But yeah, guys, all right. Well, let's jump straight into the headlines. I hope everyone listening is doing good as well. All right, then. Okay, guys, so the first headline is the first of many heading to Rwanda. Yesterday, it emerged that dozens of asylum seekers are days from being told that they'll be deported to Rwanda. So we heard before they did. Wow. A
Mad.
new reception centre in Yorkshire for 1,500 migrants is expected to open in a village where the locals will soon be outnumbered 2-1. The locals say the plan will destroy the village, which only has about 750 residents. A farmer whose farm backs up onto the site said boredom is going to be a big factor, adding that there are real fears that gangs of asylum seekers will be hanging around intimidating villagers. The first 60 of what will eventually be 1,500 young men are expected to arrive by the end of the month, and they will be there for up to 6 months while their asylum applications are processed. They will have a swimming pool, 5-a-side football pitches, a cinema, and regular shuttle buses into York, which is 10 miles away. Illegal immigrants already in Britain will be told that they will be sent to Africa and will only have a week to provide detailed reasons as to why they should not be removed from the UK. Ministers are said to be ready to give notice of intent warnings to around 50 people, telling them that they will be flown to Rwanda and supported to build a new life there if they don't withdraw from the asylum application and agree to return to their country of origin. Stats released on Friday showed that asylum claims have more than doubled in a year and hit the highest level in almost 20 years. I think the 3 big takeaways from that is, I think that villager might have a point, in terms of not gangs of asylums, but they're going to be outnumbered. That's not what they signed up to when they moved into that area. It seems like they're now giving one of 2 options to my illegal immigrants. They either go to Rwanda or go back home, unless you have a very good reason to be here. And it seems like the levels of asylum claims are higher than ever.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
Some people do want to go to Rwanda then. Actually, they're not where though, are they?
That they're going to Rwanda?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess
That's
they have.
wild.
They
They
might
may
listen
do.
to
I
TDA.
mean, yeah, exactly. They listen to TDA
And the news as
and
well.
whatnot. Yeah.
The other news.
Now listen to TD first.
Yeah.
Give the realness.
Exactly. I think here's my thing, yeah. In my head, I'm thinking this village is already against the idea of like tons of people that look different to them coming into their land, which
Yeah.
I don't think is actually that bad a claim. A small village, everyone's names. Now you're going to be outnumbered 2-1 in your area. This country already has kind of racist sentiments anyway.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be a real struggle, and I think it's going to be a really not friendly environment for the asylum seekers.
Question: what's happening in Rwanda right now? Anyway, is it like?
Is it a peaceful place?
Is there a reason why?
So they always have like wars and stuff like that.
There's so many migrants
That'll go in there.
fleeing the country.
What do you mean? No, this isn't migrants fleeing Rwanda. They're being sent to.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
so
Asylum
sorry.
seekers
Yeah,
who
I thought the story was.
apply to come to the UK
Yeah.
are being diverted to
To
Rwanda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got the wrong end of the stick here.
No, it's cool. But so they're going to Rwanda, which obviously will be a massive culture shock.
It will be a culture shock, but I also don't. I don't know. I just have this thing about white people. A lot of white people going to. Actually, no. It might not just be whites.
It might
though,
not be
innit?
Ukrainians. It could be.
Anybody. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it because I just have this thing about a lot of white people going into like a black community and feeling like they can now dominate. Because if you're the bigger number, you will feel like
Yeah.
you can dominate whatever. But Yeah, it's a bit.
But this whole thing reeks of entitled. Like, how do you send somebody to a country as if it's your backyard? Like, I know Rwanda had to sign
They're
up to
paying
it.
them though.
No, I hear that, but I just think that there's a level of audacity. Like, I don't know, there's something about it that just
Always.
feels very.
It's
I don't
given
know. The world is our oyster.
Colonism.
Yeah.
It's given that you lot are still
Yeah,
for us. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But
absolutely.
I guess Rwanda's gonna make money. I think. What do you think it's gonna be like for the villagers? Do you feel like they have a right to be uncomfortable with this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely. Because also, those people come in, obviously, when you hear asylum seekers, you think, oh, like the people that are running from their lives. And so they're probably like, you just think of certain personality traits that you attach to them. Like they're vulnerable, they're gentle, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
But who knows what spirit is
Oh,
walking within them? Like it might have effect on like crime rate or like
Of course, yeah.
just like the community, the sense of community there, there's that interruption. And certain countries that are not like, they're not the countries that are not like the main focus of the world, they tend to have a tight-knit community like relationship going
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
So I think this was definitely disruptive. And I think it definitely makes sense that the citizens feel a bit.
But did they not get a choice? Like, can the
Of
government
course,
just
did we get a
decide?
choice? Do we get a choice with anything here? And we're in a Western country.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna
Definitely not.
speak about this like I'm a 5-year-old. Yeah. Why Rwanda?
That is a great question.
Like-
Pretty Patel set it up.
I'm sitting here thinking, okay, cool. Where are these asylum seekers from?
Mhm.
First and foremost.
Anywhere.
2, why have the UK decided that we're sending them to Rwanda specifically?
Because we've got too many Ukrainians.
Then 2, what are Rwanda saying on the other side?
Another
Are they saying, you know what,
One,
you're
two,
welcome or their resistance? Like, what's the whole pattern?
Rwanda's happy with it because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
got 120 million
Yeah.
for
Million, not even billion.
for the deal.
I think that's very true.
Oh,
Rwanda, I'm
okay,
gonna need
okay,
y'all
okay.
to rate
Yeah.
yourselves a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're accepting this. This is like
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good for the economy, they're probably
Okay,
thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
But can you hear the okay, let's play the bullshit monitor, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. They will have a swimming pool, 5-a-side football pitches, a cinema, and a regular shuttle bus into York. That's what these asylum seekers on their way to Rwanda, they said they're gonna have.
Yeah.
Are they building this for them? Or are they gonna use the local town's
No,
facilities?
they're building this for them.
Okay, guys, we need to talk to the person managing the money
But-
in this country.
But also, if you're
They're-
if you're seeking asylum in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
being sent to Rwanda
Is a massive.
is like the opposite end of the spectrum.
So is that why they're giving them swimming pools to appease them a little bit?
I don't understand the swimming pool thing because I've seen a lot of other like. To be fair, not in this country, but
Yeah.
usually asylum seekers are kept in really like bare environments,
Yeah.
almost prison-like, and I don't agree with that either,
Yeah.
of course. But my thing is,
That's a luxury,
I
man.
love all of this. I don't
Yeah.
believe they're gonna do it.
Do you know what it is? It might be. I could be wrong. It might be because basically what it is the actual center used to be a RAF base,
Okay,
so it may have some of these things already
inside it.
inside it. You know what I'm saying? So they just, I guess, maybe just refurbishing it or whatever. But because these people are expected to be there for like up to 6 months,
Mm.
that's why they can't just leave them in just one room somewhere.
Good. I mean, that's
You know what I
good.
mean?
I just have never seen this level of
Care.
consideration
Yeah,
for
yeah.
other people that have come to this country. Do you know? So a part of me is just like, okay, cool. So I part of me doesn't believe that, but if they are gonna do that, I think that's nice. And then yeah, but what about this, guys? They're legal immigrants. They're being told
Mm.
you could be sent to Rwanda too, or you go back to your own country.
But then you got to weigh up the process. What's better, my country where I'm from or Rwanda?
Exactly.
Because
Yeah, but then would they get any benefits though that the asylum seekers are getting?
Yeah, but they're illegal immigrants. They apparently shouldn't be here. They're here.
Yeah, but I mean,
Mm.
like, because you know, like the asylum seekers, they're gonna get some benefits pool and all that. If you're an illegal immigrant and you're being told to either go back to your country or go to Rwanda, you might be sent to Rwanda to fend for yourself.
I think they'll go through the scheme. So I think
Oh, is it? Okay.
they'll take them actually to that center as well. Do all the applications and stuff, and then send them also to Rwanda.
yeah, if the
Same
standard
way.
of living that they're offering to them is better than their origin country, then I guess Rwanda is a better choice.
Does Rwanda understand what they're signing up for?
Of course not. This is slavery all over again. I'm joking. It's not.
I mean, they may because I mean, Africa's vast, isn't it? So they may just think, you know what? How many people are really going to be coming? You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Because who
struggling
really
like
wants to
Nigeria
come?
real
You never
quick.
know. You never know. They might actually think, you know what? This could be a very good deal for us. It could boost our economy. You could get people who obviously want to start a new life here potentially,
When
and you know what I mean.
when
Add to
is it
the
120
workforce.
million? Yeah, I hope that's in pounds and not in
Yeah,
Rwandan.
yeah, 120.
Because that's like what 50 naira.
Also, is Rwanda like a emerging
Yes.
African? I don't know, superpower might be the word, but in recent years, for example, like they're sponsoring football teams now. You've got Arsenal, got Rwanda on their badge.
Really?
Their president is doing a lot of
Yeah. I feel like they're doing a lot now.
Yeah.
They're emerging.
They got money. They're sponsoring Arsenal.
Yeah, of course, Arsenal.
Yeah, Rwanda's doing
But sometimes people do stuff as a money play, as in, let me position myself in a place where, let me increase my status through how I move and conduct myself.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good idea. I think Africa should assert themselves as a power wherever they can. And even if that means playing the game, even if that means, I think all of that makes sense. And this
Faking
definitely
it till
does.
you make it.
Yeah, fake it till you make it. But this does feel like an undertaking they may not understand, because they're saying that we're going to help you set up a new life in Rwanda. What does that mean? Like, there's people in this country that you're failing to help set up. Like, I just don't understand who can actually promise that. Like, how can you promise that? Like, how can you send you, like, listen, we're saying
but like
Ukrainian.
Iman said, there's a scheme that they've put in place.
But you know what it is though? Is it possible for a country to say like, no, we're not taking any asylum applications?
Yes. What is the rule with like asylum?
Because
seekers?
I'm not being funny, right? But I just think that would have been a cheaper option, and we could have used the 120 million. Not caring for asylum seekers.
Yeah.
Put the emotional,
to,
whatever you think. Just put that aside.
to refurb the Big Ben, right? So that's how they use the millions in this country.
Yeah, but then with that though,
to give the Big Ben a nice gloss of paint.
yeah, but then with that though, they would
Stupid.
argue that it's bringing money in because people
5
traveling,
years.
tourism and all that to see Big Ben.
Have you seen the side by side pictures of before and
Guys,
after?
I just
Same
think
thing.
There's not much difference. I think it cost 18
they
million.
embezzled money.
Yeah.
What, through Rwandans?
No, Big Ben. No way. 5 years, that shit's been covered up, and all I saw was a change of paint.
That's
They
it.
were definitely embezzled
80
money.
million of taxpayers' money.
Is that breaking story? No. Allegedly, obviously, I don't have any facts about this. Fact, I'm really scared of the MI5, so I don't know. But guys, there's no all that change. They didn't make this a digital watch. There was an Apple Watch.
But
Yeah,
it's-
It's an analog.
Just imagine they unveiled it and it was like an Apple Watch.
no, it shouldn't.
Dial.
But that would have been cool.
sick.
That would have been
No,
cool.
it would have been sick and cool, but it would have been hella weird.
But that would have made more sense money-wise. Literally, this clock here, if you gave me 5 years, I could have painted that and changed that up. Honestly,
yeah, no,
guys.
it looks whack. It looks
No, guys,
insane.
was that embezzlement? No, because we talk a lot about how sometimes the figures that they come up with for
Of
stuff
course.
doesn't match up.
Do you think that figure they gave us, the 80 million, all went into the Big Ben? Of course it didn't.
No,
Of course
guys,
it
but
didn't.
why are we not questioning? Is it because we don't know who to talk to?
Because no one cares that much.
No, but we do care.
No one cares that much to be like, okay, what's the solution? We're gonna go and start a protest.
Get the money back.
Where's the Big Ben money gone? Where? No.
I know you ain't never been a protest in a day in your life.
Where's the Big Ben money? We didn't even catch you.
Never catch you. Never on rhythm, and you were saying it.
All right, man.
But I do feel like, guys,
Goodness me.
we need like a finance department on TDA where we just keep up to date.
Mm.
Maybe E-Man should do that. But anyway, we need
He does say it's good numbers.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like we need to, like, at the end of the year, this is all the money they said they used. Let's look at the things that they done.
Yeah.
Well, this is crazy. We're very comfortable with not knowing where money's going.
So you're saying audit the government, basically?
TDA stats, not audit them, but
No, that's an audit.
No, we'll put information out there and we'll let the public do what they need to do.
I think public spending should always, we should see where every penny goes. If somebody cares,
Yeah, but you know they
can trace
can cook the figures.
I know, that's what I'm saying. What's going on
They
here?
can cook the figures. Okay, cool.
All I'm saying,
Here you go.
that TaskRabbit could have
1
been
million
hired
for
to do.
to paint.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. TaskRabbit could have been hired to do all that Big Ben stuff. I
TaskRabbit.
need them to tell me where that money went. But anyway, with all of this stuff, I feel like this is a lot of empty gestures. I don't think they're gonna like actively help these people set up in Rwanda, because what's the benefit for them?
Do you know what's so sad? They're gonna deport them poor people there, yeah. And then we're not gonna hear anything about it anymore. But world is gonna move on. That we ourselves are gonna forget.
So living in Rwanda isn't like what it's kind of being implied. Like it's really nice over there.
Have you been there?
No, I have a friend who's
Oh, okay.
been there like close to 10 years now. It's
Oh, really? Okay.
I believe it's nice.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Like I
I'm
said, I
saying,
think- I feel
how
like
are they
imagine.
who doesn't speak the language, who doesn't, unless they're like, I guess maybe they're francophone or English speaking, I don't know, but how, I just don't understand how asylum seekers that have a different culture, a different language, don't have trade in that country, are not in the system, are not like part of the education system. How are they going to be able to neatly
Yeah,
infiltrate?
but in a
and be
way that
part
you
of-
could argue that that's how they
Yeah,
how
but-
they're gonna neatly
Exactly.
But
Then in
yeah.
here.
this might sound
because they don't
rude,
know
yeah,
anything here.
but is this
Right.
like a beggars can't be choosers kind of scenario?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that feels like
Oh,
a Marg
absolutely.
argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They're running away from
Absolutely.
something
Because you're running
horrible.
away from your country, you're seeking asylum in a country that isn't yours, but we're saying, okay, cool, you don't have to be in this country, you can be in that country.
You don't have
Either
to be
way,
there. You're
you've
either
got
gonna
your
be there
country.
or here.
So
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
But you
But-
definitely can't stay here.
Some
That's
people
what-
say life is better over there. especially
Really?
with asylum
Or the
seekers.
sun.
Where? Here or
In Rwanda?
Rwanda. Wasn't there a movie called Hotel
Rwanda.
Rwanda, isn't it?
Yeah, you are weeks late.
And funny
Am I a
enough,
week late?
it's funny-
Sorry, because that comment was made like weeks ago. It just gave me a flashback. So
Oh.
Oh my gosh, was it?
Yeah,
On
yeah.
the show?
yes, Esther.
yeah.
I'm losing my marbles. I don't remember that.
In regards to what?
Margs and Disu both
So what was that, Brent?
mentioned.
You don't have your headphones on.
I didn't hear it. so.
But no, I was just gonna say that or what just kind of to touch on what Yusuf was saying about Hotel Rwanda. Actually, a lot of the hotels in Rwanda are happy about this situation
Okay.
because it's boosting the economy again, boosting their prices. Because I guess in some ways, like in this country, you know, when you get people get put into temporary accommodation,
Yeah.
they use hotels.
Oh, I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, in this country, yeah. So I guess in a similar way, they're going to do the same thing in Rwanda.
Oh yeah.
It's not like you're just
Government
going
pay
to be
them and
building
stuff.
up new houses for these
Mm.
people, innit? So yeah.
So is this simply a matter of everybody wins? This person gets to leave the country that they're running
Yeah.
from and
Mm.
go to a new land.
Or
Yeah.
Rwandans.
A new land that if they know how to navigate just like anywhere else, they can be able to
Mm.
be a part of it. They have the backing of the UK as well, which I think stands for something in these, sometimes
in the streets.
in these streets. And then the UK doesn't have to take on more load than they need to. It's a bit inconvenient for the people that live very inconvenient for the people that live in the village. But I guess within a year or two, everything would have been phased out.
Mm.
I don't know. Like, is it a thing where it's not as bad as we think for anyone? It's
But then
just-
so
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. So after 6 months, where they going? Yeah.
No, the basic. What do you mean?
Because you know they said that it could last 6 months, right? The people could be in the country in Rwanda for 6 months. Right?
No, the
No.
village is in Yorkshire.
yeah, they could be in Yorkshire while
It's
they
a
get
Yorkshire
processed.
village.
Oh.
So they'll be there for up to 6
Or
months.
like a waiting room, and then they get
exactly.
transported to.
Then yeah.
That's a long time.
Yorkshire
I
is
thought
a
we just
random
said so.
place, no?
They're really trying to prepare Rwanda for them, isn't it? Because why they
Yeah.
wait here 6 months?
So what happens? They get off the plane and what? They meet a representative from
What, you mean in
Priti
Rwanda?
Patel.
They have-
Yeah,
You
so
must
when
think
they
this
get-
is
That's
Thomas
fine.
Cook holidays.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
guess
what I'm
so.
thinking. They get off the plane, right? And when they get off the plane, they see somebody like in the British flag, say, "Hey," and then they take their name, they take their details, they take them somewhere,
Yeah.
and then find a job for them to do or find a job posting for them, and then they now get money. They now get to work and be
guess so.
part of.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think at first they probably give them some type of allowance for a while for them to get settled and stuff. in the
And that's
country
from
stuff.
us as well. That's from the
Oh,
UK as
100%.
well.
So that'll be part of the £120 million package.
So the 120 million pound package isn't just for Rwanda,
It-
just for doing that.
I mean, I don't know the exact breakdown.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming some of that will be for the Rwandan people to actually take care of these people.
Wow.
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? While they're
I don't think 120 was enough,
That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking that doesn't
120
sound like, that doesn't
doesn't
sound like a
seem
lot
like
of money.
enough.
in
But
this-
maybe
for this.
in their economy, that a pound goes further.
oh, definitely.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah, for sure.
So it might just be that. Like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
yeah.
120.
But I was just gonna say, but like Brent's saying, Rwanda's a nice place now, man. Like the
I don't want
president
it to
is
make
a
it sound like we didn't
serious-
think that. I just don't know
Oh,
how
no,
they were
yeah,
going to
yeah.
tap into that.
Well, they
because
better enjoy.
No, I
because
assumed it
Rwanda's
was nice to a degree if this scheme is even in place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't think that. I didn't think
No?
Priti Patel was there. Which African country is nice and spacious? I didn't think she was thinking that way.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna send asylum seekers to, you know.
You want to send to Iraq?
Priti
if they
Patel is
can.
not going to send asylum seekers.
You kidding
where?
me?
She could. She was
No,
send
she
them
will
to
send them
Mars.
anyway.
She
But I
sent
think
Send to under the ground.
No,
she
but then you
could.
might as well send them back to their countries then. And that even sounds, I hate saying that, it sounds bad.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
if you're not gonna send them to somewhere better, why send them anywhere
I don't
at
think
all?
it's about
Priti
better. I
Patel
think it's
don't
about
care.
different
Huh?
where it doesn't have that threat. I
No,
don't
but-
think it needs to be
This
better.
woman
It
helped.
just
This
needs to
woman
have that
deposited
No,
to
but
help
if
build this
Priti-
country.
no, what
You
I'm
think
saying
she's
is,
gonna
Priti
care?
doesn't want them here. What's the point of going through the whole fuss of sending them somewhere else?
We gotta give her a different name.
Just
Her name
send-
is too romantic.
Just send them back
'Cause-
to. I even hate saying
Claudie.
send them back. I feel like I'm a racist or something.
Just
Send them
give it-
back.
Old white man.
Yeah,
Back to your country.
yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
Send them.
Look what she did with the Windrush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I
Yeah.
said. She helped people that built this country. She sent them back. She don't care.
No, that's what I'm saying.
What are you saying? That she
I'm-
needs a conscience.
I'm saying.
It's too late.
I'm saying if Rwanda wasn't a better place,
Mhm.
like there's no point sending them back. Sending them there.
I think when it comes to asylum seekers, when you're trying to find another place for them, the only criteria is that it doesn't have the threat they're running away from.
Yeah.
So whatever
Okay.
leader is trying to kill them, whatever
Yeah.
hostile
if there's
situation
no
they're
war in
fleeing
where you're
from,
going,
then you
there
can
you
go
go.
there. I don't think it's about weather conditions, education system, welfare. I think it's just about
War. And
It's just-
whatever.
wherever they're running from can't
Conflict.
be in this place.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I think like that. And you know,
but
if
you
we,
know what?
if we had an asylum seeker here,
Mm.
that would be a great person to actually have to talk about these kind of things. But if we had one here, I would. They may not care about all this shit that we think about.
Do you know what? I'm thinking.
Are you saying getting asylum seeker on the day after?
Yeah, man. I don't.
We just allowing everybody up in. I'm joking.
I know, but that's quite his thing. We should get every time there's a
Oh yeah. We should get.
CDA is for the culture. And how are we talking about asylum
Do you know
culture?
what I'm thinking though? I'm thinking, if imagine that someone was gonna, because you can get like request asylum because someone's trying to kill me, right, from my country or whatever.
Mhm.
What if that person just comes on holiday and tries to find me? Just get a ticket.
So Esther's take,
Because I feel like you should be banned.
They shouldn't know where you are though.
Also, it's witness protection.
So you can't do that.
They'll put you in certain like.
So you can't have social media and stuff.
No, but this is
Yeah,
not.
But that
Esther,
girl that got shot by the Taliban.
this
she's
isn't about
active on
one
socials.
person running away
I'm
from
not. It's not
ops
funny.
seeking asylum. This is about
Sometimes it is.
the whole country
Sometimes
at
it
war.
is.
Not
No, but I told you about the girl
I've
that
never
got shot
seen people
yesterday.
seek.
The girl that got shot in the head yesterday. She's now going to Oxford University.
Yeah.
She got a Nobel Peace Prize. They could find her. No.
No, I've seen people seek asylum here because one, like maybe their family's after them or something.
Yeah, that's true.
They just get a ticket.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
got you.
But you have to be
It has to be-
you have to be
it has to be a
determined.
bigger
You gotta want to kill me if you're gonna travel.
Yeah, this is it.
That's what people
Yeah.
do.
Nah,
but that's
not
not watching enough
for a
Netflix.
regular
That's
person.
what-
that's a Netflix.
That's what people do. Tell you
Okay,
that
well,
for free.
let's continue to another place in the world.
Everybody's showing their asses.
Okay, so it appears that Russians listened to our show yesterday and have responded to. I don't write this, guys, but I believe it too. Have responded to claims that Putin claims about Putin being ill. A Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has completely denied speculation that President Vladimir Putin is ill. In an interview with French TV, Mr. Lavrov said the Russian leader appears in public every day and no sane person would see any signs of an ailment.
Ailment. There you
Yeah,
go.
I was about to say your word. Mr.
Ailment.
Lavrov said the liberation of the eastern region was an unconditional. It's good
Man.
It was an unconditional priority for Russia and took the opportunity to repeat the Kremlin's widely discredited line that Russia is fighting a neo-Nazi regime. That doesn't seem timely. Okay, but as we reported last week, British intelligence sources were quoted telling media outlets that Mr. Putin was seriously ill in the last week. However, rumours similar to these have surfaced periodically for years. I guess only time will tell.
I don't believe them. That man is ill.
I swear, what's his face was ill the other day. No, who was it? Remember the agent?
The one that got killed by Umbrella.
He was in hospital and then he was reported dead.
Yeah.
But he wasn't dead and then he died again.
Yeah.
Well, not he died again. He died for real
Dead.
a couple of days later. This might be the same thing where he's like, he's probably going to die soon.
Well, that's a great way to disable.
Who is that? Is that real life that you
I
just
don't know.
said?
Yeah, so
It's
basically
given Netflix.
there's an agent, a football agent.
Okay.
He's in hospital and then someone reported him as dead. So everyone's like, R.I.P., R.I.P., R.I.P. But then he came out and said, no, I'm not dead. I'm still alive. But then he did die a couple of days later.
What, by different means entirely?
No, by the same means.
At least you got to see what people thought about him. Cool, that was very nice.
In it? That's so true.
But yeah, I hope he's okay. And when you said agent and football
like
agent, the football part was very important to that because you was giving MI5.
Oh,
Yeah, when you said agent, I said,
then you were
Football
giving
agent.
Survivor.
then you were giving sports time the second.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Anyway, we'll keep you updated. Like the best way to make a country seem weak is to say their leader is
Exactly.
gonna die. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I don't know what we're praying for, so I'm just gonna move on and everyone do what feels right for you. But yeah, let's jump into what you say in topic of the day.
Trigger warning regarding rape and sexual abuse.
I just read it. I said, oh no.
Yeah. Okay. So what you say in the topic of the day is: do female abusers get off lighter than men? Absolutely.
Yes,
in my
they do.
opinion. In my
Yes, they
opinion,
do.
they do, and I think it's a problem.
Yes.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
I think it's a
I
problem.
agree.
The answer is yes.
The fact that you lot don't take female pedophiles seriously, I think is a big problem. The fact that there's serial killers that are females and we don't find as many of them. I watch documentaries about serial killers all the time. They find so many male serial killers, but you know why they don't find female serial? Because they don't look for them. They think
'Cause they
this
underestimate
behavior is
what women
beyond
can
women.
do.
Right.
You
And
think
then
we're just
when-
out here stealing nail polish?
Thank you. And when you think of the crime, pardon?
Underestimate.
I think you, yeah, I think you think that, like when you think of the crimes that women are associated with, there's always stuff that requires emotional
Emotional
reactions.
yeah.
She killed her husband. She did, but you lot
Yeah.
can't believe that she
Killed
will
the mistress.
molest kids or trap kids because a mother
Yeah.
would never do that. All women.
Yeah.
You don't need to open your eyes. Like not underestimating your enemy is as dangerous as anything, in my opinion.
Even when we see the cases
So.
about women killing like babies and stuff like that, there's still a shock every time.
yeah.
How could you do
I mean,
that to
even
the
I
mother?
feel shocked. I'm not saying I'm
Yeah.
above it, but even
No,
I feel
absolutely.
shocked. But like, I feel like as a society, we're doing ourselves a disservice by thinking 50% of the population can't do crime.
So, okay, the question is, why do women get more grace than men?
Because you lot don't think that we're serious.
Why?
Okay, do you know what? Let's get into the
Patriarchy.
case study, then we might know why.
All right, cool. Oh, it's true. I forgot there was a whole bunch of reading. Not me jumping into equal rights. Okay,
I'm so
cool.
dead.
A female shop worker who started a sexual relationship with a teenage girl has been sent to prison for over 2 years. Ali Nicole, 25, who worked at Swindon Co-op, brought the young girl presents and gave her money before the pair declared their love for each other and engaged in sexual activity. It was heard the defendant cultivated a relationship after the victim made the first move by sending nude pictures of herself. This relationship came to an end when the victim's mother caught wind of it and explained to her what grooming was. It was at this point that the victim said she felt sickened by it all, and they reported the defendant. What do you guys think of this? Was she really groomed into sending her nudes? Would a man have gotten more? And if so, is that how it should be? Are incidents like this, basically with females being the abuser, more frequent than we think?
I think it's definitely more frequent than we think. I think we talked about it one time when we talked about like a lot of guys and their stories about the first time they had sex was them being robbed of it, essentially. This case, was she receiving the presents before she sent a nude?
Yeah.
She was getting presents before she sent a nude.
Yeah, I think so.
But even then, and I hate that I'm doing this, I don't know if this is grooming if she sent the nude.
If the victim sent the nude first.
Yeah, and I think if she had been talking to her inappropriately and flirting with her and stuff like that, then I would get the nude sending. But if she was just buying her sweets and whatever, and her response to that was to send nudes.
No, I think it was like her getting her number and then them kind of talking all the
She
time.
first to get the number to send the
Yeah.
nudes.
No, but getting the number isn't grooming for me yet. If they're flirting
Yeah,
and it's
all of
like
that.
sexual talks, sexting,
Mhm.
then that's when it starts.
But how does a guy move to you? Doesn't he not like...
He gets my number, he's not
you-
grooming me.
No, I know, but grooming is, I think... Okay, so let me say one part of my sentence first, yeah? Like, when a guy's trying to get to know you,
Yeah.
usually he will try and make the experience as pleasurable as possible, whether it's dates, gifts. He may also, and then also get your number. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
a way to communicate with you.
Yeah.
Now, let's change the power dynamic and say you're way younger.
Mhm.
That is what makes that grooming, in my opinion. Or I don't know if I don't know if I'm explaining, because I was like you as well. I was like, what? She sent it first, so she might. But grooming makes people feel like that's what should happen.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the woman just buying her sweets and stuff like that, that for me isn't saying grooming yet, because maybe you're just a kid that I'm fond of and I like you and that's it. Do you get me? Like I'm just getting you treats. But I think for me is if having her phone number from that was flirting communication, sexting, inappropriate conversation that you shouldn't have with a child.
Yeah.
Then for me, my mind, that's when the grooming starts. But I think just buying a kid sweets and stuff like that, it might just be a kid you're fond of.
But then her reaction to the nudes of starting this like relationship,
definitely grooming. She's definitely groomed to her at one point.
But the thing is, what transpired afterwards, shows you that at the inception, maybe her buying the sweets wasn't innocent then, because of how everything unfolded, right?
Could have been opportunistic, whatever. But the point,
It
bottom
could have
line
been.
is that the onus is on her. Because if we say that kids can't make the decision to have sex with adults, right? We also are saying that we're relieving them of all responsibility. Whatever they do is what they do, but it's how you react to that. That is the crime. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like this is an ill-fitted story for our topic.
What's the age of the child?
So they haven't said the age. They're just a teenager.
And the defendant?
She's 25.
How old are you? Are you 18 when you're a teenager?
Yeah.
If it ends with teen.
She might be younger, because
sorry, but-
then it wouldn't be, because if the legal
But then
age to
they
have
would
sex
have
is
said it.
16,
Yeah.
she must be younger than that.
Why are you buying a random girl presents and giving her money?
But some
Just
people
out
are.
of the kindness of her heart.
This
Some people are kind.
I'm
Some
not buying
people
it.
are like that.
If your daughter was getting bored treats, as you call it, Esther. What?
Carry on.
As you were.
Sorry. Yeah, if your daughter was getting treats from this woman who worked with her, would you find an issue with that?
I'd want to meet the woman.
Maybe I'm
I
too
wouldn't
hands
know
off.
who's
You
buying
know.
sweets.
If my daughter came
Who's
home
buying treats?
and kept telling me that this woman at work keeps giving me money and buying me sweets, I'm like, why?
See, I wouldn't. I think it's an auntie or something. I would
Yeah,
be
and
more
that's
alarmed
and maybe
if-
that's part of the problem.
If an older woman, like in my head, if my daughter said, "Oh, this older woman at work keeps buying me sweets," but she won't be complaining about it. She'll just be like, "Yeah, no, she got me another sweet, got me another." I would be thinking, this
That's
woman
so
has.
lovely of her.
I would think she's taking my daughter under her wing and taking
Yeah.
care of her. That's the problem. Because if she said,
You said
that
a man.
Yeah, obviously the man
take
is
me to the
different.
workplace
different.
immediately. So
And
that is the.
I
But I
know.
think maybe that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, being
But I wouldn't
honest,
think that.
I won't be alarmed straight away, especially if I don't know the profile of the woman.
Mm.
Like you said, if I think it's an auntie, then I'm like, oh, this is auntie's, whatever. If I see the profile of the woman and it doesn't really mesh up,
Yeah.
maybe something's going on here. But obviously, innately, hearing a woman is buying my daughter sweets, my alarm bells won't go off straight away.
Yeah.
But questions have to be asked if it's a recurring thing.
The things that I wouldn't
If
even
it's
care
one,
about
if it's
profile.
one off, then okay, cool, it's a one off. If it's
I
like every week, every day is happening, it's like this is a bit. No,
I wouldn't. I would think if it was a younger woman, I'll think, oh, she's taking my daughter like a little sis. If it's an old woman, she's taking my daughter like her daughter. Like, do you know, I look forward.
It's a granny. I'm like, oh, she's taking my daughter like a granddaughter.
Yeah, like, I look forward to, like, we actually send our kids out. We hope we teach them to be polite and all of that, so that they can find these moments of favor, so they can find these people in the world to help them when we're not there. Like, that's why we tell them to be polite. That's why we tell them to. Even then, I know a lot of people, a lot of Africans don't do this. But even kneeling down, like the ingratiating yourself to people that are not your mum and dad is because you're looking at them as that figure. Right, you're teaching your kids that when I'm not there, if you move correctly, that person will be able to nice you, take care of you, all of that. It might not be that black and white, but that's why we ask our kids to be polite. That's why we don't want our kids to be rude, so they don't find struggle.
And
yes.
No, I was just going to say, this is what the prosecutor said there. He said initially, Ellie Nicole became friends with the girl and the victim looked up to her like a big sister. He said the relationship quickly changed, however, with the victim making the first move to turn the conversation to sexting, sending naked pictures and others of her wearing only underwear. And then that's when the other lady,
the 25-year-old, responded,
sent pictures back.
So then the victim started it.
It don't
No,
matter.
I'm not saying.
No,
Hello, wait. Don't put an image out there of what my stance is
What
today.
image?
Don't do that.
How does
Your
it get
ad libs
better?
is putting an image out there.
You are
Don't say it doesn't
that should
matter.
be your intro. You know,
I never said
Okay.
it mattered. Please, let's make that clear. But what I'm saying is that the victim started it. So, Ellie, what's her name? Ellie.
Yeah.
She still is like. She's old enough to have known that this is inappropriate. She should have stopped it. So I don't know that it's grooming. Still, I can't lie to you. I don't know that it's grooming, but I do think it's a crime because as someone who's underage, and if it was a platonic relationship, like a friendship, and then she made a sexual move, she is old enough and smart enough to be like, no, that's inappropriate.
But the thing is,
and then stopped it. So that is a crime.
If she's underage, it doesn't have to be put underneath the umbrella of grooming. It's paedophilia. So we don't need to say it's not or it is grooming. It doesn't have to be grooming.
So you just said everything I just said. Because I just said that.
Is that what you said?
That's exactly what you don't listen.
That isn't how it came across.
Well, because you weren't listening.
I was listening.
No, you weren't.
That's nice.
Because I literally said it's not grooming,
nice
but I said
as
it's
well.
inappropriate.
That's misguided as well. The skirt.
It's not
It's
skirt.
trousers. And
Don't do
trousers.
that. That is so
No, that's fine.
sexist.
I'm guided. I will let you know what I'm saying. I
How's
did
that
say
sexist? From this angle, I can't tell if it's trousers or skirt, but it's nice.
that's
either
not
way.
relevant to the. Hello, let's talk about Ellie
No, he's trying to
Nicole.
distract you with compliments.
No, you can't distract me with
That's
compliments.
so
Thank you. I know I look
patronising.
nice, but
No, you
let's
look
get back
back
to the topic.
You look fabulous.
Where's J. Cole? But yeah, so it's not. I don't think it's grooming, but it is a crime because she should have known. It's definitely a crime, and she does deserve prison. But
If it was a man, would you think it's grooming?
no, I still
Okay.
wouldn't because she made the sexual advance. But I think that as an adult, you should then be the one to be like, no, this isn't happening. Do you get what I mean? I feel like the way grooming works differently. Grooming, they're groomed to then make that, to do that. Do you get what I mean?
But that's what I'm
Sis
saying.
did it.
Is that not possible that the way she's treating her, maybe certain things she said to her, has made her feel comfortable enough to do that? So it's one of those, it's like an inception of her mind, isn't it?
That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Could it not
It's
be
the
that
way I
way?
see
Should
it.
have said it.
What?
You definitely understand what I'm saying.
That's the way I see it.
The what wasn't even confident.
As in, what I'm saying is, for obviously the younger girl made the first move in terms of sending the sexual pictures, whatever.
Yeah.
But the older woman probably made her feel comfortable enough to do that through her actions, body language, the things she was saying to her. She made her comfortable enough to be like, you know what? Maybe
Just our relationship.
is there energy here I can feel? You know what? I think there is. Let me just throw some pictures because I feel like between me and this woman, she's building this energy where I feel like, this is where it's going.
Like, no, like, I don't think anyone sends it. Okay, people send news unprovoked all the time, but in my head, I kind of just think that whole sentence is flawed. She's my big sis, so I sent her nudes. Like, you felt familiar with her, you felt safe with her. You labeled it as big sis because you didn't know how else to explain this older woman's relationship with you. But I've never in my life sent my big sis
Yeah.
a nude.
Yeah.
I might send her my relationship problems. I might send her an outfit that I don't like, I'm not sure about, but a sexual nude picture type of thing. My sister
Yeah.
ain't never received that from me,
Yeah,
cha.
I'm pretty
So-
sure the old woman was saying certain things,
Yeah.
acting a certain way with her. Even the way she was maybe giving her these treats, and
Mhm.
treats is a funny word.
Yeah.
Giving her the money in the sweets,
Holding
was,
her hand maybe a little
Yeah, it
too
was like implying, you know what?
Yeah, I think
I feel you.
I do think if that's the situation, then I would class it as grooming. But not having that information and just having off what I'm reading from now,
Yeah.
I don't class this as grooming.
Okay.
That's fair. I think it's
It's a crime.
I think
but it's not grooming.
because we still all agree that her reaction to was discussed. Like, do you know what I mean? The reaction to the nudes is what makes her
Absolutely,
a
a criminal.
violator. Yeah. But let's just end on the final note of, in terms of, we all agree that female abusers get off lighter than men. I think even
Absolutely.
if you look at the stats of the sentences and stuff, it's all less. Do you think that needs to change, or do you think it can even change?
I don't think it was. I don't think it will change. I think in society, you know, women. I don't know how to even frame this,
But
but
like, they're favoured more in the justice system.
you guys are favored. But that's why I asked you originally. What is it about women and women and men?
Do you think it's favour?
Whereas you guys are.
I don't think it's
It's
favour.
favour to get 2 years
I
when
think-
a man would probably got 6, you know?
I don't think it's favor. I think it's a serious infantilization of women. Like, I
Mm.
think when you look at women, you think of them as less capable of doing everything, whether it's
Yeah.
physical work, whether it's, and then you give us some spaces where you think, well, that's for us, like mothering and all of that.
Yeah,
This is a happy consequence of like a patriarchy, in my opinion. Like,
yeah.
if you,
yeah.
if, because the same way that children get lesser sentences for crimes as well, because you just kind of think that
They-
they are
they-
mitigating
They
circumstances.
looked upon as being more innocent.
Not less capable.
Less capable.
Less capable. Like, I understand it comes across as favor, of course. Anything that's gonna help me.
But I feel like
get-
it works. But I get that, yeah. But it works in their favor.
Of course, it works in their favor. Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about in terms of like their favor.
But it's
in
not
the
coming
justice
from
system.
it's not coming from an intrinsically better place.
No,
Like,
absolutely,
that's what I
it
mean.
definitely
Yeah,
isn't.
okay.
But the justice system works in their favor, which is why women do get less time.
Yeah.
And that, because even in cases where like so in the say in family court, right, where the woman is so incompetent and like she's not a good mother,
Mhm.
and the father is a good. It's not as easy as like give to dad.
Yeah.
He has to extra,
Yes.
even though it's there, it's
Yeah.
clear the mother is unfit. He has to still prove heavily
Mhm.
that he's worthy of taking the children full time. Do you get what I mean? So, but then typically with a woman, if it was a woman, she has to prove less because it's the fact that you're your mum, you're the
Yeah.
mum, you gave birth to the child,
Mhm.
you're fine, take the child. Do you get what I mean? So I definitely do think that women are in the justice. A lot of the lenient treatment works in their favor.
Of
Can
course.
I ask a quick question? Yeah, I don't want to take it, left. Or
As
whatever.
if you would.
It's your favorite direction. Let's just, the right doesn't exist for you.
Basically, what I was going to say is, do you think as a society, the justice system, whatever, sees the consequences of abuse from a man as worse than the consequences of abuse from a woman?
No, it doesn't.
You don't think so? You don't
I
think that's factored into the sentencing?
Yeah, because men say it all
Mhm.
the time. Like, men say when women are assaulted by men, the reaction that they have for it. For
Mhm.
instance, I don't want to bring up a real story because it's so close. It's
Yeah.
just happened. But if a woman is attacked by men on her way home,
Mm-hmm.
the immediate outpouring of disgust for men and women is a
Yeah.
lot. If a man came out and said, even
women
domestic
attacked me.
advice, I've seen even domestic violence share towards men is taken as less
Yeah.
serious. It's like you can bounce back,
Yeah.
stand up,
Yeah.
be a man. Like, all of this.
So
stuff-
how could you let that happen?
how could you let that
Yeah.
happen? It's a choice. A woman can't rape you. It's a choice. Like,
Mhm.
that's why it's even hard to pin sexual assault. Or even the way that a boy and his father would look at a teacher sleeping with his kid, is completely different to how he would look at a man sleeping with his daughter. Once again, I think it's rooted in the fact that you just think women are less capable, even when it comes to abuse. Like, we can't even abuse properly. Like,
But is
I don't think it's that.
is that because, okay, if you look at, I don't know, physical abuse,
Yeah.
do we look at it as women can do less damage than men? So, for example,
Like,
a
physically.
man will do a lot more damage to a woman than a woman will do to a man.
Yeah.
Therefore,
That's exactly. That's what I'm saying.
but
we won't take a woman beating up a man as that serious because, just in society, you're looked upon as physically weaker anyway.
Mhm.
So how can a woman who is physically weaker do that much damage to a man? Whereas in reverse, a man who's physically stronger
Mhm.
will do a lot more damage.
But
Physically, that can be seen.
I totally agree with you. My thing is that the crime shouldn't be on the extent of damage. It
Yeah.
should be on the fact that this action is taken. If you get a weak man and a
Yeah.
strong man, and I'm dating both of them, and they both fuck me up,
Yeah.
they're both gonna get in prison. They're both gonna get the same type of
Yeah.
trouble because they hit me. They
Mm.
hurt
Yeah, they don't
me.
say you're
They're not
you're
gonna be like,
skinny.
this weaker man hit Koi less, so he should get less time. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Obviously, there's extents. If I end up in hospital,
Yeah, I
I get
know.
it. But for me, I just feel like all of those distinctions are null and void because that's
Yeah,
not.
they should be null and void, but they aren't, unfortunately. I feel like in society, just in the world in general, I think we look at women as being better than men as in terms of
Okay.
their, judgment and their actions and their moral compass, their moral standing and how they are as people. And I
Mm.
think that plays a part of it. Like we look at, like, for example, when I look at women,
Mhm.
sometimes I look at women as, you guys can do no wrong.
Mm.
Like I put women on a pedestal automatically.
Mm.
Like you guys are better human beings. You're better people. That's just how I've been programmed to believe. And I do believe it to be true, honestly. I
Can I-
believe that women are better than men.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So I've spent a lot of time saying that patriarchy, you lot don't think we're less capable.
Yeah.
But I do think that there is a part of the world psyche, not just men,
Mm.
but does just think women are better.
Yeah.
Like I actually want to say that I agree with that to a degree. Like if there were two people lying and a woman was lying, I feel like people more likely, maybe not today's society, but
Yeah.
there would be a time where you just couldn't think the woman's lying, or
Yeah.
you just think women are not capable of certain things. That's why they don't think we cheat, like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just women don't do that.
So
In-
again, I don't
Black
want to
women
take it. I
don't
don't want to, because of time, I don't want to take it too left here. But if you find out a woman's been raped, right,
Mm.
by a woman,
Yeah.
would you think that's as bad as a woman being raped by a man?
These questions.
If you honestly think about
No,
it,
honestly,
For me, yeah, rape is rape.
honestly, I'll think that it's the man raping the woman is worse.
that's what I would think.
Yeah, but I would think rape is rape.
No, rape is
Actually,
rape.
Yeah, rape is rape.
But the
but-
way
No, but
we're
I'm saying my
programmed
thought
to believe it
process-
is like,
Mm.
we all believe, like you said,
Mhm.
if you hear, oh, a woman got raped by a man, it's on what? But if you hear it, a woman, you'll still be alarmed, but
No.
the alarm will be less.
You have more questions. I think it's because men sometimes don't realize, sometimes, not all men, that rape is such a mental fuckery.
Okay.
Like, and
sorry, trigger warning conversations about rape and sexual abuse. I think we need to start getting into the habit of doing that.
trigger
Mm,
warning.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Trigger warning.
is it?
It's too late now.
I
I've
think
already
we'll
heard
do
it.
it. Yeah, we'll put it.
Yeah, but he can insert it in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
You want to say it again or?
No, I've said it.
No,
he-
I'm saying.
I'll click it in.
Yeah, I think because I think what's disgusting is that off first glance, if I'm being totally honest, the idea of being raped by a man just naturally seems to me way more traumatizing and something that would be harder for me to get over than being raped by a woman. But that's because I'm not understanding. I haven't experienced it to understand what it is. The bottom line is both of them are people invading your space
Mm.
forcefully without your permission and making you feel helpless. So I think in reality, they're both equally disgusting. But you're right, like that there's one that is shown to me in movies and shown to me
Mm.
repeatedly. I don't think I've ever seen a scene where a woman's raped by another.
I
Not
think-
as common anyway. So maybe that's why it's just alarmed me.
I think of differently because I know of women who are sexually abused by other women.
Mm.
So that's why for me is both
Yeah.
as wild as that. I wouldn't automatically think one is worse. All I've heard is just rape.
rape. Yeah.
I think
And
the way
it's
you
mad.
see it is actually
The better
the better way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just can't help but think, God forbid now, say I was raped now as a kid or something, or abused like by a woman. I think I could get over that a lot quicker than if a man was to.
And you know what though? I think is that as a woman or as a man?
I mean,
As a
Like,
man,
are
a
you
little
giving
boy.
that scenario as a little boy?
yeah.
And I think that's why men. The question you asked, what was the question you asked earlier about why is it taken seriously?
Yeah, do you think the consequences? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why, because I think that when men are abused, it's dumbed down. Like a lot of men that talk about their first time with women, it's been women who are older than them, and the
Yeah.
women knew what they were doing. The guys didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
But because it's sex and men are supposed to love sex, is this thing of we can't really complain about it. So it then becomes a thing, like a bragging right amongst their friends. And I think that's one of the issues why it's not treated the same legally and stuff. And in society, actually.
my last point. Yeah, obviously I don't want to be graphic or whatever, but I think it's all. I apply the same thing to women as well. I think
Mm.
I can't speak for women, obviously, but I feel like women. Again, I could be completely wrong, right? But I feel like women may get over a woman raping her more, like quicker than if a man did, because like physically, one's. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't say.
again,
say
I could be.
Yeah, no, I think
100%
obviously
wrong.
because men are painted as, more aggressive,
Mm.
obviously more physically imposing.
Mhm.
The optics of it is scarier when you think of a man raping a woman. You think of a dominant figure,
Yeah.
you know, preying on this smaller, more innocent, more weaker person. Whereas with women, I think we look at you guys as more equally on the playing field in terms of like your physicality and your prowess. And I reckon that plays in our mind
Yeah.
of, you know, why a man raping a woman would be worse in our heads. And
It
No,
might be
I
more
would-
and I
damaging.
think-
what's that?
It might be more damaging because
Yeah.
if you're saying that society could fathom the man doing it as opposed to a woman, then the women in society might feel even worse if someone, again, a gender who does it, where this wouldn't necessarily be possible. So they might feel the entire weight of them not being able to defend themselves from this because it wasn't inevitable because of the man's strength. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with that. That what's it you said? That a woman will be able to get over it quicker than a man. Because I think with women as well, I just feel like there's different elements to it. Like there's different elements to sexual abuse beyond just what's happened. But so I feel like when you that with those elements, I don't think there's a difference with those elements who that element who it was coming from. It's just what's been created that you have to heal from, and not. Yes, I personally I don't think that is.
This is why. Sorry.
Again,
This is why I think the way you see it is the better way.
Yeah.
But I think in my mind, again,
In your mind's eye.
trigger warning, 100% trigger warning. I think again, not to be more graphic or whatever, but one is basically penetrative, and one isn't.
But
And so it's like
It's the power
effects,
though. When it
the
comes
physical effects.
when it's to do with rape and like sexual abuse, it's power. It's people. It's someone having power over you. It's someone silencing you. It's
Yeah.
someone making you feel like this small.
yeah.
So that's why I say like the effects and the elements that makes that abuse, you wouldn't see a difference. That you don't see a difference.
And
Can I-
both can be penetrative, by the way.
Yeah, women can
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Can I say that I personally think it would take longer to get over the rape from a female? The same way I think it takes longer for men to deal with being abused by a woman because there's no identification of this problem. There's no support system ready to go. There's no if a woman is raped by a man, I feel like there are many places, whether they're efficient or not, that identifies that clearly as a problem. I think if a woman was raped by a woman, I think there would be less places where she can easily and readily identify that these people understand that this is a problem. It may even take her longer to realize it was a problem, the same way that young men don't realize it's abuse of their right when an older woman takes advantage of them. And I think this is going to change in the next 10 years, 15 years, I think, as men are allowed to tap more into what they genuinely believe rather than that cult, that pack mentality that you lot have to use to survive. I know there's strengths to it. But yeah, I just think, we could go into this more and more, but I just think, like rape is, I think we put too much onus on who's doing what as opposed to what's being done. And I think that's a big failing of the justice system.
I agree.
And you know how you talk, I know that I believe you're a good man, you wouldn't do anything crazy or whatever, but if you think that way and you're tapped into the culture and you have those kind of biases of thought, imagine how much more a white man who's removed from the system he's judging has. A woman she can't do too much crud. Like, you know, that's in the back of his mind. It's going to affect his ruling. Oh, and she has a kid. She made a mistake. She's a teacher. She fucked a student. But you know, boys are ruly. That mentality is so victim blaming in the most dressed up way ever that it's just a shame. But
by the way, I'm not saying anything like that.
as you said what you said, it's on camera. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm basically just saying I think maybe that's what kind of goes into
It's a great
why
point.
some sentences are longer than others.
Yeah, no, it's a great
You know what I
point.
mean?
It's a
So,
great
yeah.
point. And I'm even the perpetrator of that. Like, I also naturally do think sometimes that like louder women, whatever. But as I'm hearing the amount of crud women are up to, I'm like, nah, there's some wrongins out there.
Yeah.
Some of the pussy people are wrongins. Like, so yeah, man. Anyway, let's jump into our next headline, which hopefully is a bit lighter. All right, then. I want to start with the second story, but we'll start with the first one. More Boris stuff, guys. So the future isn't looking too bright for Mr. Boris, as it seems he may be facing a confidence vote tonight, as an ex-minister joins calls for him to quit over Partygate. The former Attorney General, Jeremy White, has become the latest Conservative MP to call for Prime Minister Boris Johnson to resign, saying that the PM should go for the good of the government. 10 Tory MPs have publicly urged the PM to quit since it was published, bringing the total to 26. On his website, Jeremy White said that the controversy around gatherings in Downing Street and Whitehall while COVID restrictions were in place have done real and lasting damage to the reputation, not just of this government, but to the institutions and authorities of the government more generally. Putting that right matters hugely to the essence of the government's authority and to the effectiveness of government policy. And I cannot see that the moving on of civil servants or apologies, however heartfelt, will succeed in doing so.
This Partygate stuff needs to just end now, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's like, how is this
Get
more
over it,
offensive
bro.
to you than Postbox with the stuff he's said, the stuff he's done? Oh, but they bore me. They just want to keep us distracted.
I feel like I would care more, if it was being led by people who like lost family members and couldn't attend funerals and all that kind of stuff. But it's not. It's just a bunch of people who want their party to be in and just want to see him gone. What's the next headline?
Yeah.
So boring.
I got you, girl. I got the next headline. This one, is interesting. All right, cool. So Mona Lisa gets cake in her face. A man disguised as an elderly woman in a wheelchair has thrown cake at the Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting at the Louvre in Paris. The classic piece, which was undamaged, was left with white cream smeared across its protective glass. What a non-story, but anyway, we move on. Whilst being led from the scene, the perpetrator, seen wearing a wig and lipstick, was heard saying, "There are people who are destroying the earth. Think about it. Artists tell you, think of the earth. That's why I did this." The 36-year-old man was then detained and sent to a police psychiatric unit.
That's exactly where they should have sent him. That's exactly where he needs to
Also,
go.
the Mona Lisa is not a dope painting.
No, but it's expensive one. It's £900 million.
No, I know how much it is, but I'm saying,
That what she did to
as,
maybe
as,
900,000.
as a piece of art, the Mona Lisa is the most overrated thing I've ever seen in my life. It's just a woman, bruv. It's dead.
My thing is,
sorry,
I need
bruv.
to
I don't
no,
get it.
No, it's true.
I don't get it. I need
That's
to.
what I'm like, why
I
is he
need to
so
see
upset
it.
by it?
I prefer. I don't know if you lot see. Meg Thee Stallion did a version of the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
That was some cool shit. Just want to say. But I don't know. And the fact that there wasn't even cake on the actual painting.
It's on the glass.
You're
Yeah,
not
obviously,
upset.
the Mona Lisa is not going to be just there bare.
Do you know?
like this picture. It's going to be glass.
I feel like he got
Clickbait.
there,
When I
yeah.
first did it, when he got it, he was disappointed. I bet.
No, but he
you
clocked it and he said, "Do you know what? I would brought the cake here. I'm dressed in a wig and lipstick. Might as well just go for it, mate."
No, the Mona
What was
Lisa.
this for? Was this for
Planet
Planet Earth? and stuff?
Like,
No, I think he doesn't really belong to an organization. At least it seems that way
vibing.
right now. Yeah, but yeah, he's some type
Megan's
of
one
activist.
is stunning. Please,
I
camera.
told you, Megan's one
Hold
is
on.
really, really
Let me
cool.
see.
Is it
Wait.
better than?
Than the actual Mona
Of course
Lisa.
it
Yeah.
is. I'm just trying to.
I mean, it was inspired by. So
How do you widen this thing?
Give
on
it
this
credit.
iPad?
Hold on, you say it was how much? 900 million.
I think 900,000.
Oh, I'm thinking.
No,
900 million.
it would probably be in the middle.
900 million.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
there
on
you go.
earth do you widen things?
It's like probably the most famous picture.
Yeah. no.
Would you be
Yeah.
pissed if you painted something and it didn't even get valuable until after you passed away? I would be furious.
Just if you're paying it for
Yeah, but he-
monetary gain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can the
Oh,
camera see that?
that's
Let me see.
that's good.
That's way better.
Yeah.
In what way? In what way?
What do you mean?
That's a regular painting.
No, but it's way better than Mona Lisa
Megan's
because
like
she's more
pre-made
attractive than the
this.
Mona Lisa.
But you don't think this is a buff picture?
Yeah, but it doesn't compare to the Mona Lisa. There's nothing.
Oh,
Huh?
shit.
You think Mona Lisa better than this?
We
So
like.
what's the Mona
You're
Lisa
a
got?
colorist, bro.
Look, look.
No, I like
Let me
this.
There's a
get
lot
my
of
Tell us.
symbolism in it, you know. I mean, I'm not an
Hold
art
on.
connoisseur in it, but if you
I'm
just
getting up
look
Mona
at
Lisa
certain
because I
things,
know
I'm
you
gonna
Mona
bring up Mona
Listen,
Lisa right
welcome
now.
to
I'm
TDA.
gonna
We're
analyze
just
this picture.
dropping gems everywhere. All right. So,
Alright, cool. Mona
what do
Lisa.
you know? What's important about it? What have they told you that is good about the Mona Lisa?
First of all,
The way-
this picture looked like it was. She looked like she's one of Henry VIII's 8 wives, bro. Like,
So this is what
Her name bangs though.
look.
this is what you think. I hope the camera can see this.
Yeah.
Because this is full.
But he said there's
And the words
symbolism
of-
in it. Is
There's-
it because
there's symbolism
she's
in it?
smiling
Where,
but not
where?
smiling? She's smizing. What? Tell me.
I mean,
what's
I
good.
can't break it down like this right now.
So whoa.
I'll have to look into it.
So you were just told it's good.
But
No,
okay,
because at some point in time, I've seen a documentary, or I've read about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
also, who is Mona Lisa?
I don't know.
Like, who is she?
Hmm.
I think that's very important, no?
Could just be
My
a
thing,
woman
I
in-
feel like sometimes you inherit
Vince's mind.
respect. I have that. I inherited the respect for Jim Jones. I don't know all his music. I also inherited the respect for the Mona Lisa. I was just told it was
Yeah,
good.
we were programmed to
We
believe
were
that this picture
programmed
of
to
this
believe-
random woman is
Yeah,
like
was
the best picture ever.
But the one on the top of the museum, the ones with the touching fingers, that's kind of cold.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. But
Okay,
this
apparently
is,
she was a real person,
of course.
born and raised in Florence under the name of Lisa Gherardini.
Allegedly. They say probably she's a real woman. But no one knows for
No one
sure
knows
who
for
she
sure.
is.
Now she's real. You know why? Because you wouldn't draw this.
You
based
know why?
off your imagination.
You're stupid.
You could do.
You wouldn't.
Man said when you're envisioning something to paint, he says you're a bad person.
No, it's true though.
Not
Imagine
the
telling
spirit
me
of
that.
marks coming out through you in
No,
the
but-
art section.
No, but why would you imagine this and paint this?
Okay, let me tell
No,
you.
but-
This is a
let
real
me tell
person.
you the alleged story, so right?
Esther's going to
The likely model, Lisa del Giocondo, was a member of the Gherardini family of Florence and Tuscany and the wife of wealthy Florentine silk merchant Francesco del Giocondo. The painting is thought to have
Say
been
Quinley.
commissioned. Yeah, girl. Get whatever you get with me. The painting is thought to have been commissioned for the new home and to celebrate the birth of the second son, Andrea.
She just came out of birth lock. Not birth lock, but you know what I mean.
Birth, look. I'm on me, I don't really care.
My
I don't
thing is
understand what all of
that
this is.
I
Megan
don't-
has a
I-
better one.
I love the fact that you've said that because there's some people that will be listening that are like, no, this is an actual work of art. So
Mhm.
it's good.
Uncultured.
Yeah,
And that's
they'll be
good for
calling us
them.
uncultured for sure.
But
for
this
sure.
is a work of art.
That is
Yeah.
way
no,
better.
but look.
Look at that.
I would
That
frame
is
that.
stunning.
When I look at that, yeah, I don't see much depth. I don't see any. I just see.
But you
like,
see depth in a
You
white
know
woman.
what? She was right, you know.
It's not the white
Koi was
woman,
right
it's the
when she said that she
painting.
could imagine you with a white woman. Koi was right. man.
Not that would be a problem.
But no,
What
but
it's
I'm
not going to
okay,
do.
that's the painting. Do you see
But
depth
you know,
now?
that's fine.
No, but I look, look, basically what I'm trying to say is, yeah, put it this way. This is the simplest way for me to say this. They're bare, like, talented artists right now, right?
Mhm.
That can do that. Hence the reason it was just done when she wanted it. People can't just make the Mona Lisa, you know. You
Okay,
can't.
but
Because
what-
if you're
no,
social,
but
that's
what
to
is
believe
it
the Mona
about
Lisa
the
is
Mona
this
Lisa?
great thing.
Okay, cool.
What?
No, but in terms of just
I
art,
love this
pure
show
art.
so
Yeah.
much.
why is the Mona Lisa as a painting? Why do you
Yeah,
think
well
it's
done,
so hard
Brent.
to do? In terms of like the style of painting,
Let
like
me
what
get it.
what is it about that makes it so complex?
Yeah,
Because
this
you know,
is-
it's
this
out-
is such an uncultured conversation.
Well, Ben, chime in then.
Well,
What did Mona Lisa do for you?
I'm on culture when it comes to art.
This
I'm not
entire
an artist.
conversation is uncultured.
No, but
We need to break this down in topic of the day tomorrow or
100%.
something.
No, okay,
Okay,
cool,
cool.
cool,
People
cool.
are just
No,
looking at pictures
No.
and just thinking.
But isn't
No.
that what art is?
My
I want to know what Mark's
no,
take is.
my
We should
point
get
is,
back.
yeah, and I'm not an expert on art. What I'm saying,
Mm.
from just a pure illustration standpoint, right? What is so great? I'm not saying Mona Lisa is a good painting.
Mm.
Who's the artist again?
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
He's a great artist. I'm not saying that
Not me,
this,
but I say DiCaprio.
I'm not saying that his actual work isn't good. I'm just saying the image of this woman
You man is
just
stressed.
sitting there against his background to me isn't very aesthetically pleasing.
Can I say I do think maybe some things are down to the time as well. Like I think a painting of a very pale white woman probably banged back in those days. Also, when I watched it, I would highly recommend everyone to go and watch a documentary about the pop art artist
Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol,
Warhol.
and it also covers Basquiat as well. It is
Yeah.
phenomenal, and I think maybe when you get into their world and you see how much
Yeah.
goes into it, it's like when
Yeah.
you watch an artist documentary,
Yeah.
it's like, is it just bars or is it actually work of art? So I think, yeah.
And also, Brent, you've been programmed to believe this is the shit. Man saying that we're,
That's like what I said to Iman. You're socialized.
we're uncultured. Why? Because the world told you that this painting bangs.
No.
But if you
No.
don't know the
We are
meaning
on the
of
same
if you
vibe.
don't know the meaning of a £50
Brent,
no,
Brent,
you'd throw
Brent,
it away as well.
the
so-
world told you that the Mona Lisa is the greatest painting ever, and you believed it.
Because if it came out
Fair
today,
enough.
if
Some
it
reason.
came
Fair
out today,
enough.
I don't see you supporting
Let
it.
Alright, put it this way.
speak. Let Brent speak because words have been put into my mouth, right? I may not look at paintings and like how they look, right? But the artistry and the math inside these paintings is completely different mustard.
Break down the math
I
to me then.
may not know about it because I haven't done my research in it, right? But to suggest that this is just crap because I don't like it, I can't get down with that.
Now you're putting words in our mouth. We didn't say it was crap. We just said we didn't get it.
Yeah, but you're not only
You
just
feel
saying.
triggered?
Absolutely no, nothing.
But that's like if me and Esther said, oh yeah, but we really don't fuck with sports. It's just people running around. You guys that are in it would be
Yeah,
like,
but Brent,
we just
it's
don't
so
have the
subjective.
same.
There's
you've
Brent.
seen
There's
a documentary by
music that you listen
Andy
to, right?
Warhol
Yeah, and it's
Basquiat,
definitely.
right?
But I was already into pop art. Like,
100%.
I was taught,
And
but I was taught by it. If I'm honest.
This is what I'm
Mhm.
saying, and there are people who don't even like the look of what they create, right?
Mm.
Koi? Yes?
Yes, yeah. Oh, sorry,
Alright,
I didn't know
and-
that was a question.
No, yeah, it's a question. But in actually looking at the documentary, you see more into what
Mhm.
the artist is and why is the artist express themselves in the way that they express
Mhm.
themselves. And more comes out of looking at that particular art after you've actually learned about their life. Do you understand?
Mm.
I dig that. You understand?
But the issue is that you guys don't even know why you like what you say you're liking.
But that,
Other than
but we're
that,
not-
because
other
you
than
know that it's legendary.
it's got maths
It's
in
not
it.
selling me.
Brent,
Okay, let me give it.
Brent,
Let me give
She
it.
ain't even got that
your
now.
argument-
I have
your
never
argument's
said that
very
I like
flawed.
Mona Lisa. That's what I am not on record saying.
Because
You did
that
hear me
Brent,
say I
Brent,
like Mona
Brent,
Lisa.
The
that
argument's in that
means
way.
I
yeah,
said this is an uncultured conversation.
that means a rapper could play you a track. You could not like it, but then when he breaks down the meaning behind it and why he done what he done, you're like, you know what? I like it now because of your breakdown. No, you still don't like
No,
it.
but he's still saying, he's not saying I
don't
like
understand
it
what
though.
you're saying.
He's
I
just
don't
saying
understand what you're
you now have an appreciation for what went into it.
Okay.
Yeah, but,
You lot are not having
that's
appreciation. You're
neither,
just saying
but
Megan
that's
Stallion's
neither here nor
picture.
there.
No,
You're saying Megan Stallion's picture, which any random guy who can draw
yeah, but you know when I
is
said
better than the Mona
when we
Lisa.
said Megan Thee Stallion, we meant the face in the picture.
No,
Like,
yeah,
I
no,
appreciate
I'm,
Megan's
just
face.
saying
I'm,
she looks
I'm
better
talking about
looking.
Megan. I want to talk about.
That's
I'm
what
talking about Megan is better looking than the
That's
Mona
what we're
Lisa.
talking about.
Course,
Yeah,
man.
no, yeah, but
No,
that's
that's
what we're talking about.
That's how we led
I
this.
So
love
you
that
lot
shit.
thought I was talking about
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I said whatever tickles your fancy.
And why do you
You lot
think
are
Yusuf? Why do you
insane.
think Yusuf said that we have a feeling
That you might
what
want
Croy
to
was
date
right?
on the other side.
Oh
Wait,
my
honestly,
Left,
I'm
left
looking
dating.
at this,
In other
yeah.
words.
We don't want to take it left, yeah, but
No
I
lie,
thought
no
you were
lie.
actually
Because I'm
talking
looking.
about
I was
the
staring
actual
at
I think there was a crossover.
Right.
I think there is a conversation to be said about the art. The fact that
Yeah.
it doesn't mean much because we don't know this background story, I think is important.
Well, let me know the
The
day I'm
fact
gonna
that-
call in sick.
Yeah. And I think the fact that you guys also don't know that much about it, but do find it important. There is a conversation like, why is it that you guys have
Yeah.
an inherent bias or appreciation for it
We're
when you don't know
socialised
when you know
Yeah.
people as much as we do?
I'm not gonna lie.
Can you be socialised
It's
to?
kind of like this, yeah. Look at Kanye's. What's Kanye's best album to you, lot?
For me, it's late registration.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think potentially could be. I think actually it's Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, yeah, no, I
If-
can see why.
Most people love the tracks. It sounds good, but you actually look at how we broke down every track, right? What went into making the beats, right?
Mm.
Sampling 4 different sources to make one actual drum pattern, right? Different tunes, different frequencing of the bass in certain parts. All these different things is genius. Most people won't understand it, right?
Mm.
But he still was able to make a project that the average layman can hear and think this is great.
Mm.
But somebody who looks into it in detail would also appreciate it. That's the Mona Lisa. Now, most people won't necessarily understand the detail, but you can still see it and be like, this is a sick picture.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
so we
As a
appreciate the
paint-
sweat.
Like, the painting is a good painting.
No, definitely a
But
good painting.
I really want to know, like you said, the maths and science behind it because
Mm.
maybe that will help me
You need more.
because I don't get it. Like I feel like your distinction behind, it's just programming. You're like, that's the Mona Lisa, yeah, because society told you this is dope.
No.
Society told you that Mona Lisa is the greatest thing ever. I don't think you really believe that, bro. Honestly.
I can appreciate. I appreciate.
I don't think it's the best painting ever, but I
Yeah.
think it's obviously a
You don't think
masterful
we should
painter.
rush it?
But
We
Okay,
should
cool.
not.
Okay, cool.
This
Why?
is-
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Firstly, to me, the person who did it, Da Vinci, he's
Yeah.
one of the greatest scientists
Okay.
that's ever lived.
Yeah.
So I know there was a mathematical
100%.
contribution that went into
Yeah, but
making it.
when you
The
say maths,
dimensions.
what do you mean by maths?
I'm just talking about a higher level of science that went into actually making and drawing the strokes, the shadowing, the gradations of certain things, understanding certain structure that the average painter today.
Have you seen an illustration of a person that is better than that on a hand level? Just
What do you mean by better though?
as in that to you is just it's a better picture.
Because you may say better means more lifelike.
Yeah.
That doesn't make better to me.
Okay, what makes this? I need you to break it down to me. What makes
Today?
this painting dope to you?
You're gonna do this today.
Again, like I was saying, I think what went into it and
I'll be the
and
producer.
the
This is the
actual
last point.
and the actual finished
Deadass.
product. I don't necessarily think it's the greatest painting ever,
Yeah,
but I think it's one of the greatest paintings because to me, I have to-
I can't buy it.
I have to believe that this man who again is one of the greatest scientists that's ever lived, right, has drawn this thing. And I know something went into this.
But you know,
Something amazing.
Art
What?
is
What?
subjective. What you
It
think
That's
is
what I'm
great,
saying.
yeah.
It's very subjective.
And also, Joe, this is giving me GCSE anthology where we put so much energy into a poem, yeah, and we don't even know what the person was actually feeling. He probably just drew it. He probably just drew it.
no.
But then the thing is, because he's a great scientist to you,
yeah,
you're thinking there's no way
I
he just
think- I
woke up
think
and
so
did
as
it.
well. Like you're
But in reality, man probably just did.
like
Someone's gonna listen to my monologues one day on TDA and be like, I know before Esther, like she did some thinking. She came
That's
to
what I'm saying.
babes. I was running on vibes.
Email,
Let me
one
just
more
read
thing,
this
one thing.
quickly.
Go on.
Yeah. All right, what's this? This is
now
what
he knows
someone's
what it
saying,
feels
yeah.
like when he's in this. Go on, go on.
Someone's saying basically the subject's softly sculpted face shows Leonardo's skillful handling of sfumato, which is an artistic technique that shows subtle gradations of light and shadow to model form and shows his understanding of the skull beneath the skin. I don't see no skull gradations in that picture there that you showed me.
But you saw it in Mona Lisa.
But you can see it.
Where?
You got eyes.
Yo, you show me
You
where
can
you
see-
see
you
it.
can
Because
see-
I think you're
you can
capping,
see-
bro. You show me where you see this.
School
Alright,
trip
also-
to the
also,
museum in
the
Paris.
delicately painted
Brent.
veil, right?
Mhm.
The careful rendering of folded fabric reveal Leonardo's studied observations and inexhaustible patience. That picture could have been done in a day.
Yeah. But the technology
Mona-
that made
Mona
it.
Lisa-
No, but wait, no, but the thing is,
You people aren't
you
cultured.
No,
need
but
to stop.
no,
No,
but
but wait. Sorry,
I've-
you need to stop comparing it to Megan because we just said Megan is pretty and Mona Lisa is alright.
Megan's a beautiful woman, though.
We know that, but don't be comparing the Mona Lisa to
You lot brought
Megan
it to the
because
table, innit?
we didn't say Megan's art is on the same level as the Mona Lisa.
Okay, that's what I
But-
thought at first.
No,
So-
yeah, no. We didn't say that.
Okay.
Guys,
But again,
also the background's not even. I mean, it's kind of basic.
so where's
No,
the
we
sun?
need to take a trip. TDA needs to
no,
take a
we
trip
need.
to
That's
the
what I've
loo.
been saying. School trips every day.
Yeah, we need to
episode,
go
I
to
said
the
we need
loo.
to do a
Have you
school
not seen
trip.
it in
And we'll do
person?
like
No,
a vlog.
we have
of
no.
it.
We have to
seen
go
it
to
in
the Louvre
person.
now. This is
Yeah.
it's a
Brent, we
set
have
up.
Brent. We have to go to Lose. We need to be able to bring our friends and,
And we have to
family
record
as
the whole
well
episode.
to be able
No.
to watch.
I'm trying to get away from
No,
the
no,
family.
Let's go to the Louvre. Let's record
with our
this.
partners.
Let's analyze the Mona Lisa in person.
And
And then
Alright,
after
cool.
that,
Recording
we
live.
food.
Because
In front of the Mona Lisa.
I'm
It's got
perplexed
cake on
right
it
now, bro. Because it's not like this picture
Oh,
is
I
some
love this show.
picture of like the universe and space and time. It's just a portrait of a woman. And you are saying, you know what, there's a lot
can't
of
even
maths
see
that
this.
went into this picture.
You're just kidding me. I
The
can't see
dimensions,
skull.
the
Her skin is really
circumference.
pale. It just
But
looks a
that's what
little white.
he's saying that I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah,
But guys,
this is the beauty of conversations like these. Sorry, Koi, because Yusuf, we might be able to chop up this philosophical approach with album cuts,
Mm.
right? Because you can see texture, emotion, flow, sadness, melancholy in tracks that other people may just think is crap.
Mm.
And you can spend a whole evening trying to get them to understand what actually is in this.
Mm.
And you might forever think that they're simpletons because they don't see or get or feel what it is you see, get, and feel.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Mm.
So when it comes to fields or skill sets like the arts, I seldom look to just rush in, even though I'm ignorant to a particular expertise. I seldom rush in and just blanket statement, just, like a bull in a china shop, make statements widely. Because if I don't understand one person's expression, that, for me, I shouldn't just judge blanketly.
No, I hear you, but my thoughts now are not just something I've thought of at the moment. I've always thought the Mona Lisa was a very overrated painting. And yes, I had that opinion based off of having no knowledge of the science behind it, the reasoning behind the painting. Yeah, just as a painting, I just thought, what is the big deal about this painting? On a purely surface level, yeah.
We've seen a lot of Kanye West recently, documentary-wise, right?
Mm.
And before we actually got a glimpse into how he thinks and his life and how he moves, we kind of painted him in a particular way. Well, many people painted him in a particular way. But after seeing the inner workings of how he lives and how he thinks, it did a lot to change people's perception of the art he creates. Am I right in saying that?
You're right. I'm gonna say one more thing though. That picture of the receipts, yeah, to me is better than the Mona Lisa. I'll keep it a buck.
That's a photograph.
I know. As an
Let me
image.
kill you all.
When I look at that picture of the
He won't
receipts,
let
yeah,
me go.
it gives me more vim, bro, than the Mona Lisa. Brent, and this is
Alright,
to
guys.
your work.
Yeah,
Let's
I-
move from
I-
Mona
I
the
hear it.
Stallion
I hear it.
to Monique. Let's jump into Word on
Honestly.
the Road.
Oh, dear.
gosh.
Well, Auntie Monique is back in the news for beefing somebody. Personally, I actually feel like she's been gaslit.
Isn't that the general consensus that she's been gaslit for the last couple
No,
years?
not everybody believes that, Some people think that she's just a fighter in the streets. So basically what happened was there was a comedy show, right? And I guess when she signed her contract, she believed that she was the headliner of the show, right? Because when they do Kings of Comedy,
Yeah.
when she does Queens of Comedy, she tends to be the headliner, whatever. So in this comment, she believed that she was the she was the headliner, right? But turns out that DL Hughley was, that's how you say his name, right?
Yeah.
He was the
Oh, sorry,
headliner.
it's a Hughley.
No.
The G silent.
Who said that?
It's the G
Is that
silent.
your opinion or is it fact?
No, it's not fair.
That's how I would have
No,
said.
the G silent.
No. He actually pronounced it Hughley.
Oh, he said Hughley.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to believe someone who said elements earlier. So
No, but I've always heard Hughley. I don't know. Carry on, it's fine.
Elements.
I actually can't read if you know. But basically, so on her part of her skit, right? Or not skit, what do you call them? Performance.
Stand up.
Stand up, that's it. Skits. Part of her stand Instagram people ruined it for us. Part of her stand up, right? She basically kind of throws shade at him, talking about someone to tell him about her contract. Just throw shade at him. I couldn't really hear properly because the recording wasn't great. But she's just thrown shade at the fact that her contract says she was going to be the headliner, and now it turns out that he's the headliner. So I guess she's trying to say something like he has something to do with the fact that she wasn't the headliner.
Okay.
So anyways, he responded. I'll read out his statement, then I'll read out her following statement. So she said, all you have to do is, this is what he said. Hughley said. He said, all you have to do is check the order of names on the ticket stub from last night and you see who's confused. Against my better judgment over the objections of my team and 4 other occasions where I said no, I decided to take a chance and work with Monique. Oprah was the problem. Tyler Perry was the problem. Charlemagne was the problem. Steve Harvey was the problem. Lee Daniels was the problem. Netflix was the problem. Now it's my turn. At some point, it can't be everyone else. It's you. Lesson learned. I didn't have anything personal against Monique. People paid a lot of money to laugh, not hear about your contract. Apparently, the role you played in Precious turned out to be an autobiography. I wonder who's next. And he signed it Daryl Lynn Hughley. His middle name is Lynn. That's very interesting.
What's the shade with the Precious?
So he's basically saying like she's as ugly
Olivia.
as her. And yeah, he had that picture up as well. He had a picture up of her and said, I guess
Oh shit.
you playing Precious was autobiography and not fiction.
Okay.
That's rude, actually. That's very rude.
Yeah, because
Very
she was like,
rude.
she was a fucked up woman in that show.
Yes, I think it's his. I don't know. And I don't really understand her beef in this one per se. Other than I guess she just thought she'd be a headliner and she wasn't.
But
and I
that's
think
not his problem.
Yeah, but I think he's part of the people that planned the show. So he's saying that a lot of people told me not to work with you, and I gave you a chance, and this is what you went on stage to do, kind of thing. So anyway, she responded to it. She said the fact that you point the people to the ticket stubs for the order of names versus to your contract implies that you don't have a contract. That shows you are the headliner like I do. Either show your contract or be quiet. Stop messing with people who have never messed with you and who once considered you a comrade in comedy. But I thank you, DL, because you're the reason why I fight for the people like I do. Anytime you opened for the Kings of Comedy and I was a headliner for the Queens of Comedy and you think you should close the show over me is a prime example of the bias that Black women have to deal with in this business. I wouldn't even discuss awards. I love us for real. So yeah, she's just fighting that she's a headliner. But I do feel like in a way she is being gassed. I feel like people, I think because Oprah and Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels have said what they've said and they're, doing an iconic trio with their gossip.
They've apologized.
Tyler did. Oprah hasn't.
Oh, Oprah doesn't need to.
I don't think Lee ever will either.
Yeah.
I don't believe Lee has. I think it's just Tyler and his conviction. But I think because they've smeared her name so badly. Actually, if Tyler's really sorry, give her a role in your next film. But anyway, I feel like they smeared her name so badly that when people hear Monique now, they just think problem. And obviously with the whole Netflix stuff as well, it's difficult for people to actually find out how she really is. So I really feel like she's gassed. I feel bad for her a lot of times. I feel really bad for her.
Unless you're like mad popping, being seen as a problem and being Black is a very dangerous
and a
thing
woman
for your career.
dangerous.
I know a woman. Like the reason why Kanye can make it work because Kanye's been able to like somehow get that energy into sales, get that energy into attention.
I people just call him genius for it.
Yeah, and all of that. He's able to hijack that energy that he causes through being problematic to something that is financially beneficial. So business will still fuck with him. But you see with like when I look back on her CV is insane.
Crazy.
Like she actually, she used to perform outside women's prisons. So well-behaved female prisoners got to watch her. Like some of these women would cry about the fact that they haven't seen their kids, they haven't had anyone be nice to them, blah blah blah. Like she used to be really like very about it. But that's a generation before even mine that know about that Monique. for this current generation, there's like, who is this woman that's just always making noise?
Watch the Parkers.
Like, do you know what I mean? But like, they would just think, who's that? And it's just,
Yeah.
it's a shame because I think some of it is right on both sides. I think Monique probably isn't the easiest person, but someone with that CV.
Because really, truly, the reason why I think she fell out with, was it Lee that did Precious, was because they never said to her that she has to go on like a tour to promote the film.
Okay.
And she said, I'm not able to. And if you want me to, you're going to pay me.
That Kevin Hart did the same thing. And he was seen as a problem, but as a man.
Yeah, it's okay. But that's the reason, that's the origin of the beef.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's that they wanted her to do it, and basically they said she's acting like a diva. And you know in Hollywood, when you throw that word diva out there,
yeah, it shattered a lot of people. Yeah.
But really and truly, contractually, she didn't have an obligation to. And that's why she got really angry with Leonard. Yeah, that's why she got really angry with him on Breakfast Club. She was like, bro, like these things. But again, unfortunately, that's the way media works, in that people report things and people never, if it comes out false, people don't ever go back and do a fact check and then come and report it again.
Yeah.
The thing is that even in the Bible, it says your reputation is super important. That's not the actual verse, by the way. I don't know what the verse is. But your reputation is super important. So if you're going to do something that challenges that, be sure that you care about what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? I do think that to a degree, she's incredibly talented. I'm sure she's not a waste man. She's not gonna do stuff for free. She's not a new talent on the road. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't feel like she has to do that.
But you know what? I think she's also holding on to the fact that as well, that she's a legend, that she's an OG in this, and so sometimes she wants the money to reflect that. But unfortunately, the new kids coming up, they found innovative ways to stay current, so they can't really pay you. Because I know she compares that, she does the Amy Schumer thing. I mean, to be fair, I hate Amy Schumer's name more than I know what that woman does. But like so when the whole Netflix thing happened as well, that's because she felt like she should be getting a certain amount of money, and she's like, Amy Schumer's getting this, but the thing is, you're an OG, yes, but I don't really think, unless you're someone like, I don't know, like Dave Chappelle, I even hate that I have to use a man. I can't think of any OG women who can play a card like that.
I mean, comedy is hard for women as well.
Yeah, you have, and that's the thing, comedy is hard for women anyway.
Like men, point blank, some men point blank think women are not funny. Like,
that's so funny because men are that funny. That's hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, another day. You guys have talked too much today. Another day.
You said men like that funny?
No, they're really not.
The best comedians are
the most well-known comedians are
exactly
the best.
I think that we just laugh on
the that's what they say about chefs as well. Like the most well-known. No, if the system has anyway, system.
Name me 5.
I'm not doing this. I'm not engaging with you.
We literally just.
I'm
said,
not engaging.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not doing this.
Is he still
down male comedians?
No one teared it down. You lot literally have created. I'm tapping in. You lot have literally.
Look what you did.
Like you lot have. Do you know what I mean? Because I was sitting here with my hat.
I love female comedians, by the way.
Name 5.
Go on.
Monique.
Monet.
Okay, cool. Monique, Wanda Sykes, Tiffany Haddish. You know the woman that was always with Cat Williams? The short hair, she's kind of big.
Don't tag me in. You got this.
I can't remember her name. You know what I'm talking about her name. She's short,
don't point at us.
bubbly. I can't remember her name. And then there's another woman as well. Oh, the woman that was on Def Comedy Jam. Old school. She got the big lips with the... I can't remember her name. I don't know their names, but I know. Listen, I've got all Def Comedy Jams, bro.
Anyway,
I know this.
Sis, you were saying stuff. We need a topic of the day. Are women funny? We need to do that.
No, women are funny, but let's not.
Can we get one of his clips where we have what he said and what he goes on to say? Okay.
No, but let's not sit here and pretend. Let's not sit here and pretend that male black comedians aren't the top tier. Women are top tier too, but. Come on, man. Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor.
Do you
Bernie
understand
Mac,
how entertainment works?
Cedric Entertainer.
It's what we know.
Exactly, but I'm talking about what we know.
But that doesn't. But
who are you fighting for? The women who are not known in their houses.
The concept that because you have a vagina, you're not funny does not make any sense.
No one said that.
No, it says my statement.
That's how I said.
My statement was that there's men that fundamentally believe that women are not as funny. A lot of men secretly, I bet he agrees with that in his head somewhere.
Like, E-Man?
Yeah, I bet E-Man truly believes
what
that.
What have I done, people?
No, I am not fighting
He's
for that.
fighting for his
Women
life.
are funny. I know women that are funny. I thought you were saying
E-Man, do you
that-
think women are funny?
Of course you know we're not funny. Okay,
do you think? Okay,
Exactly. What I'm saying is,
I take it back. He's a good man.
The best in the
My-
game.
E-Man is a good man. Yusuf, we still don't know.
my statement to you was, but men are the better comedians. Like,
I wouldn't say they're
We'll
the
do
best
this
comedians.
tomorrow.
But anyways, right?
yeah,
We're
but
on the
that's-
road. We can't get through it. We can't get through it.
I can't get through.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. To sit here and say that men are not better comedians than women is crazy to me. Like,
this is interesting.
we've got examples for days. Like, It's crazy, but we can do
Yeah.
it tomorrow. It's crazy still.
Okay, continue.
We've got bare examples that men are better comedians just because.
What about tomorrow?
And
Do you
them,
have-
and them being more well known plays into that fact.
So it doesn't play into the fact that there's a whole system that looks out for them,
This
looks
is
for
it, but
them.
we'll do this tomorrow.
All right, please.
Yeah, but okay, cool.
Christian.
That means we can do this in every single industry then. We might as well.
We can
Okay,
do this,
cool.
innit?
All right,
We'll
tomorrow.
do this
Tomorrow.
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 Let's
And we will
break
do
it
it
down to
tomorrow.
everything.
You're ruining it.
Sport, acting, even being everything. Everything.
Patriarchy,
Break it down.
baby.
Break it down.
Not a man giving us a slogan for our new black shirts. Patriarchy, baby. Esther,
You're gonna sell 1 unit and it's gonna be you. You buy your own
Large.
shit.
I said that's uniform.
But yeah, so I guess that's one of her issues as well, is that she doesn't get paid as much as she thinks she should get paid. Obviously, there's a unequal pay, very unequal pay gap in that
not
industry
according to
anyway.
Yusuf, but
But
What?
would you say?
not according to Yusuf.
What do you
but
mean?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just how it is. So they
That,
can't
no,
be an
the
alternate
men deserve more
reality.
money. So I guess that's how
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
of course.
I'm telling
But anyways.
you, name me.
Sorry, I'm
Where's
like,
the-
I'm
I'm
wording
No,
telling you.
name me
We're
the
telling
female
you.
comedians that are funnier than the black ones that we know. Let's
we're-
not talk about the women that we don't
And we're
know
telling you, we'll do this
who are
tomorrow.
trying to make a career for themselves. And the men. I'm saying,
And
name me the female comedians that you know
question, you know.
that are funnier than the men that you know.
Esther, I would like
I
to
just
see
think
whether
it's
or
so
not-
Red,
cheeky
this
that
is a
he
simple
said to
question,
you that
right?
if you were quiet
Where's my
earlier,
camera?
Yeah.
Is it there?
You would have no one to ask
Can we
you.
go
This is a
back?
simple question.
Can we go back to the
Brent,
beginning where he said that
if you had been quiet-
if I was quiet, that they would ask me about my day.
Yeah,
this guy
yet.
this man has
Can't be quiet.
not possible.
I wish I had a
Me, the
remote to
person
be
who
like,
talks less out of all of us here. You talk the
No,
most.
no, no.
so
Do you know it's- no, no,
It's
do you know
my
it's-
freaking
no, no.
job. G, pay me.
But do you know what it is though? We
What
talk
is
at the
this?
right time. You
Okay.
insist on talking at the wrong time.
Seriously?
No, we're joking.
Okay.
We're joking.
Oh, shut up then. Go on. Go off.
Who is this guy? I told him that one person liked him today. He's lost
You
his
should have done
mind.
that.
I love
Stop complimenting Yusuf.
I love comedy and I'm passionate about comedy and I think your statement that men are not the funniest comedians is crazy to me.
My guys,
Can we do?
Can we
go?
tomorrow,
Okay,
tomorrow, guys?
last thing. My statement was that there are men that fundamentally think women are not funny.
I wasn't arguing about that.
His
I
spirit
wasn't arguing
ate that
about
up
no,
and
I was
decided to, do you
wrong,
know what?
false,
Do you know
wrong,
what? I'm too
false,
cute for
wrong,
this. Sis, continue.
false, wrong. I
We'll
wasn't
do it
talking to
tomorrow.
that statement.
We'll do it tomorrow.
I wasn't, and you can roll the clips.
I need you to go back to nowhere in colour.
You can
I
roll the
think it's the
clips.
pink shirt you're in today.
The thing is, yeah, this is not what we're gonna do. If I'm cool and quiet, Brent gives me stick for it. If I speak a lot, shut up. Which is it, people?
Shut up.
Which is it?
That's what it is.
Shut up
Shut
or
up.
should I speak?
Shut up.
Make up your mind.
I don't
Make
know
up your
you.
mind.
Do you know what?
This is a new
Only
Shut
talk on the
Shut up or
rotation.
speak.
I like
Shut up or
it.
speak. Just rotations. All right, guys. I
Yeah.
see you every Monday. I'm here on Monday.
You know, you like to bring conversation from outside on air.
Yeah, he does.
Because I'm a free spirit, baby. I just talk.
You know, that's
No,
not what
free
free spirits are
You're
fighting
a
for.
delinquent.
Don't do that.
Absolute delinquent of a man. You're not a free spirit. Free spirits are free.
Oh
Do
my days.
you know you're a delinquent of a man? That's what you are. Anyway,
What?
Sistrin, can we go to?
Gosh, Love Island.
Well done, Yusuf.
Marks is not here. I got. You know what I mean,
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't have to.
Cause some trouble.
You don't
get
have
me?
to.
In Marks' absence.
Somewhere right now, Marks is smiling.
Marks is not thinking about us.
He's not. He's actually not.
Thinking about
That's so true. That is actually so factual.
Oh,
He
man.
ain't checking for us.
We need to
He
stop
don't
talking
care.
about that G when he's not here still.
Goodness me. Love Island. Love Island starts next week.
Okay.
And we're so excited for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so they've announced the first 11 Islanders who'll be going to the villa. I'm going to run through their names and what they do. So we've got Tasha Guri. She's a model and a dancer. She's 23. Gemma Owen. She's a business owner. She's 19.
Can you say if they're white or black after this?
The first to be white. I will definitely let you know where the black girls come in.
Okay, cool.
So anybody that say just
Nothing.
they're white
Assume white.
or
Not-
a white type, they're not black.
They're not black.
I will mention the black ones and the square head mixed race guys. I would let you know
We'll
those
get
ones
there.
too. So yeah, Tasha's white, model, dancer, Gemma, business owner, 19. What's going on?
Square head mixed face.
Who's
No, they
that?
have
You
a-
always have to have
Love
them.
Island has a type.
You
No,
have to have
no,
the
they
square head
have-
mixed race
they
guys.
have-
They
have a
need that
They have a
head
type.
boyish. And
They have to. That's
Yeah.
it's rude if you don't.
Yeah.
We've got Amber Beckford. She's 24 and she's a nanny. India Pollock. Here's a black girl. Got
Why
one
you
black. One for the black girls. She's a hotel waitress. She's 22. Paige Thorne, paramedic, 24.
Oh, okay.
This show can make you feel so old, you know.
But you know, I realized X Factor used to make people feel old as well. I
Yeah,
didn't
'cause that
realize, but
over
it said over
25s.
25s was like elderly people.
But they used
That's
to be-
crazy.
Because
But
they
they
could
did
have
put older
They
people.
could have said over 40, because some of them were 40.
I think they could have done over 40 as well. But
Yeah, they were rude for that.
Yeah.
David, I can't pronounce the last name, I'm just going to let it go. Business owner, he's 27. Ekwana.
I heard he's good looking.
He's black. He's a pharmaceutical salesman. He's 23.
Definitely.
I believe he's one from Ireland. Why did they go to Ireland and get the
Because I think you can get black people from Ireland that are like...
smart? That's where Rwanda is from as well.
Okay,
Ireland, and she
we'll
was
go there.
and she was a biologist, something like that. Do you get what I mean?
Mhm.
Whenever they come from Ireland, they're
Yeah. And the accent is cool.
Why couldn't it be that they're both Nigerian and they both went into the medical pharmaceutical world rather than Ireland? Why are we giving Ireland the props?
I know. Also,
They ain't making no white
Can we
Irish.
zoom in on his face, please?
is
yeah. Come
is
on,
he the
tell
one
me
that
you're
has
good with this.
the
I didn't say anything bad.
the
She said, I know
nipple?
myself.
No, I'm coming back to that one.
So 2 blacks.
Yeah. So we got right now we've got one black girl, one black guy,
But that's the problem. People put pressure on them to get together or whatever. That's what that policeman said.
and you
innit?
know what the type is. Not gonna say nothing. Luca Bish, he's a fishmonger. He's 23. Another black guy.
What's his
Dami
name?
Hope. Luca Bish.
Oh.
Oh, I heard that
BIS.
Hope is good looking. I think that's
He
what I
is
heard.
good looking. So Dami, he's 26. He's also a microbiologist. Actually, I think he might be the one from. No, he's not.
Not us.
No, he is the one from Ireland. Sorry, I don't know where he came
Not
from.
us be more qualified to be in the same spaces.
So we've got one black girl, 2 black boys. We've got Andrew Lepage, estate agent 27. I don't really care anymore. The blacks are done. Oh,
Yeah.
Liam, he's the last one. He's a student, he's 22. But basically, there was this conversation online here, because you know, like typically when the posters are put out, there's this conversation about, you know, they don't look the way they should look. They need to fire the photographers. Photographers should be on furlough. Like, it's a whole thing going on because you're not really capturing the essence. But I think it's because we're comparing people to what they look like on Instagram. And so, when you put a picture up on Instagram, like, you put your best picture. Like, you could take 100 pictures, you put your best one,
Yep,
your
yep.
best angle, all that
Best
kind of stuff.
angle,
But when the
most flattering.
photographer's doing press pictures, so he's getting you in your element. Also, Instagram, a lot more people edit their pictures than we think. Men and women edit, as in like beyond filters, right? Editing bodies and all that kind of stuff. So when you get the press pictures, they look considerably different. They look normal, right? They look normal. If our eyes wasn't ruined by social media and what people should look like, they look like human beings. They look how they should look, right? So there's always that kind of conversation, blah, blah, blah. But I think we're getting to a point where I do think people are kind of waking up to the fact that this conversation is a bit damaging when we say that people's pictures aren't looking nice, because what you're really saying is that the people don't look nice, and this is what causes people to go and edit pictures and stuff like that.
I saw that take.
Yeah.
I did see that take. Have you ever been on set before? And
Yeah.
there's only guys like that are like the cameramen and all of that.
Mhm.
They never tell you when your hair's in your face or anything like that. Like
Oh, yeah.
you look back at what you filmed and you're like, no one told me this. But for the guys, that's not a consideration for them.
Yeah.
And I think that's a similar argument that can be made for when they promo like the black talent, especially the females, because I feel like they know what quintessentially looking better or looking good as a white person. They know what a good picture day is for a white person. I feel like they may not be as well versed on that for if her lace is a bit flobby, I don't think they will say something and all of that. So I hear what you're saying, and I do think our eyes are ruined due to social media, but I also think that sometimes there's just like there's less expertise when it comes to the black talent.
But you know what it is though? Because sometimes when I look at the white pictures as well, yeah, they don't look like the Instagram either. So I feel like everyone's in the same boat. I do absolutely agree with what you said, because we've had a lot of I think Leomi Anderson? She mentioned it one time and said how she was on set.
Yeah.
And
Gina
they
did
didn't understand the hair and the makeup and stuff like that. So it got to a point where she had to do it herself or bring someone like external by herself. But I do think with these pictures anyway, when you look at them, even the girls don't look how they look on the socials. But I think on your socials, you pick your best picture.
I'm going to show
And all that kind of
everyone
stuff.
these pictures. These are nothing to do with I Love Island. And I don't think we should put it up because I think it'll lead to bullying for the girls, but just the extent of social media.
Also, did you see?
Just scroll to the left.
You see Katie Price? She edited. Harvey's pictures
Harvey's face. I
the
saw
other
that.
day.
Yeah.
Social media,
Can you
yeah.
see the difference?
I saw that she gave a reason for it, but I didn't look into
Be
the
careful
reason.
because I don't know what else is in my in my picture thing.
No, but is that real though?
Yeah.
Is that one of the Love
Island?
Island girls?
No, it's not one of the Love Island girls, and I don't think we should put it up. I know Brent might want to put it up. I don't think we should put it up because I think it will lead to bullying
Who
of
is
these
it?
two girls. But just the extent of like
Of the
editing
editing.
pictures.
It's very serious.
Yeah,
Oh, is it girls in the car?
yeah.
Yeah, I've
Because
seen
you,
that. It's mad.
sorry to jump in.
Ooh, wowzers!
Because
No,
obviously,
wowzers.
as you lot know, I'm not, you know,
You're not social media.
Yeah.
You're getting out there though.
Savvy.
I'm trying.
Be careful.
but
I don't know what you're
like,
looking at.
I'm going back and forth between the two.
When you hear people talking about editing photos, I didn't know it's to this extreme.
No,
Or is this-
that's crazy.
That's a bit mad.
No, that one is wild.
That's
wild.
But again,
that's
but that's
four
but it
different
can
views.
be
that filters.
It's filters. And when you,
Filters means when you look at a video of your face
Mm.
without filter, you can sometimes be like, "Oof, tough day," but it's
Yeah.
your face.
and it's mad, and that's we're in the trenches.
Brent, that's mad, isn't it?
I'm not gonna lie. That's why I do have like a lot of appreciation for like ZZ and stuff like that. Because I'm just like
You mean for the white girl?
No, ZZ Mills.
ZZ Mills.
I'm talking about this one.
Yeah, those two girls. They're not on Love Island.
The
Where
stark difference is the white girl as opposed to the other one.
No, they're both very.
I think both.
Great
There's a
difference,
bit of a
No.
No.
But the one of them is less than the other one.
Yeah, the one on the right is a complete transformation.
yeah, but it's a very convincing transformation though. Like
Yeah, they look normal on the transfer.
yeah. It doesn't look edited.
exactly.
Like it
Nah, I
looks,
can't lie to you. The other guy, I'm never gonna say her problem is bad because with makeup she could do that.
okay, fair.
The other one,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
feel
like-
I feel
the
really
shape
bad
of
for
the
them.
shape of her face is different. The other one.
but didn't they post it though?
crazy.
How didn't they do it? It's probably some social
No,
experiment.
maybe
Because how did we get both pictures? Do you get what I mean? How did
Yeah,
we get that?
True,
it's
actually.
true.
But I do think there's a pandemic out there of filters and stuff like that, and it got to a point where I had to make a conscious decision, like even before, like recent, like when I was younger, to stop with the filters and literally do things naturally because it does make you start thinking, why did I look like this or oh I did like when that filter just accidentally goes off, or you try to pan and phone someone else and it comes back to you, you're thinking it's such a massive difference. But the thing is as well now, unfortunately, and I think it's unfortunate, is that in real life now you can get beauty treatments that can help you look like that filter. This is where all the fillers and stuff come into.
Yeah.
Because the girls want that chiseled
Oh, no, people
cheekbone
have
and jaws
gone-
and all that kind of nose and stuff. So they're getting the fillers to look how they look with the filters. But unfortunately, even sadder is that even with the fillers, even with the surgery and all that kind of stuff, you're still editing. Like girls that get that BBL and all these body surgeries, I would think that would kill the insecurity you had. But when you come online, they're still cinching their waist a little bit more and pulling out. They're still doing all these things. So it's mad. That's a pandemic, mate.
I don't know if you guys remember this when Khloe Kardashian at least accidentally released a picture of herself.
Her grandma
without-
released it.
Yeah.
Her grandma released a picture
Yeah.
of herself without editing. It looked like the Kardashian clan went into meltdown. Like
Nah.
it looked like they didn't know how to.
Yeah.
Like she seemed really, really upset and blah blah blah.
Seems.
And I think it's because she didn't want to be judged by that picture. She hadn't propped and prepped, and I can't imagine the amount of pressure that she gets and stuff like that. But obviously, as just a girl anyway, like it's super important. I think if you everything that you do on your socials, in terms of your story or whatever, is filtered, try to ease off it, like because that shit
honestly,
is
it's
very
damaging.
dangerous
It's
and
damaging for your self-confidence.
it's way easier to not have the problem than to try and fix it. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah,
I
man,
agree.
don't know how we got into all of that. But yeah, so the black girl, we're happy to have her in there.
Is this the same as makeup or is it just filter you're talking about?
No, this is filter. I think makeup as well. Makeup is subjective just because Yusuf don't.
Yusuf?
Just because.
But what?
No.
Go ahead, go.
Let me make my point first. I don't know where you're gonna go, but something tells me the listeners don't want to hear it.
Why?
Stop.
Because
I've got a take.
I feel
I've got a
like go. I'm gonna let you do this. Go.
No, but Brent just
And I hate
said.
the rest of you.
Brent just said.
Yes.
Like Brent, sorry, repeat what you said again.
I'm only asking this because I just had a quick look with Mona Lisa and Megan Thee Stallion, and I guess the Mona Lisa didn't have makeup and Mona Stallion did.
No, the Stallion.
Yeah. So I just asked the question: when you talk about filters and using it less, are you also talking about makeup?
So what I was gonna say
Go on.
was, so obviously we've just seen those two girls transform, right?
Yeah.
And it went from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah.
I've seen women do the makeup transformations where they've gone from one extreme
Yeah.
to the other, just like the filters, as in like you're two different people. So
Yeah.
I think, the same way you're saying, oh, don't use the filters.
Yeah.
I feel like that notion could maybe also be expressed with makeup, as in completely, and I know makeup's a bit different, but I've seen women like literally transform their face with makeup, like literally you're a different person.
And you know what? I'm shocked because I actually agree with him. I agree with you. It's very shocking. I don't know what's going on.
I don't-
Make a wish, everybody else
Wait,
listening.
me, you're not that
She said
far
make a
apart,
wish.
man.
No. Don't put me into your category.
Stop
No, we
pretending.
are.
Stop
We are.
pretending.
I'm
Stop
not
pretending.
I'm
Stop
not
pretending.
pretending. This is,
You're pretending.
I'm being real. But let me tell you what it is, yeah? I feel like with makeup, it can be that. But the reason why I said it might be different is because some people actually are artistic with makeup. Do you get what I mean? But I do think that with makeup, similar, what's the word I'm trying to find? Similar thought process or similar, what's the word? Basically the same I did the same
Intention?
conviction. Nah, not just the word. Same conviction I have about filters in terms of using filters less. I would say with makeup, if you're using makeup to hide an insecurity, I would say use it less as well. I have the same mindset. That's it. Mindset about it. Because I think with I like my makeup a bit different, but I just think that for some women, because makeup is art, right? It is art because men can't do it. It's art. Well, actually, no.
It's art because men can't do it, or is
No,
art
it's
because
art
it's art?
because it's artistic to know like how to do this so that when
Yeah,
the
no,
light shines,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
highlights and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, forget the men thing. But yeah, it's basically art, right? So I think that some people use it as an expression of that, and obviously they might look 10 times different to what they would usually look like. But I do think that if it is that you're using makeup for the same reason why you might use a filter, which is to hide insecurity, I would say that try and wean yourself off that and just have your makeup just lightly highlight what it is that you have.
Well, I would just leave this as questions then, because I have a friend who talks about contouring and how contouring feels very anti-black to her. Like she's like, why are you trying to thin your nose? Why are you trying to move your cheekbones? That has always been her stance. I would also say my relationship with makeup was that makeup was something, because I had acne, I tried to use makeup to cover my acne.
Same.
Doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't. It
You
makes
just
it
look
worse.
sweaty and acne-ish. But then I realized my goal was definitely for my natural skin to be something I could be proud of. I think if I already had natural skin, then maybe my goal would have been to be good at makeup. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I
I
get
think
you.
it's just everyone's all about improving their appearance, which I don't think is inherently bad, but it's about what you define as improving your appearance. But yes, sis, is there anything else on Where in the World?
No, Yusuf said it all for me.
This narrative needs to stop.
No, you
It's
love
not
it.
narrative, it's
You
a reality.
absolutely
It
fucking
needs to
love
stop.
it.
It needs to stop.
Let's move on to the People's Journal. Go on, Iman. Let's take it left.
All right, people. So welcome to my segment where I give you the news from an economics point of view. So the first thing I want to talk about is basically Missguided. I know nothing about Missguided, but yeah, they basically appointed administrators to basically shut down. Basically, they're going into administration.
That's so sad.
Yeah, they're going.
They
into
have great
administration.
jeans.
That is very sad.
Yeah.
They do long jeans. Do you know how important that is?
Not at all.
So long, like, so no matter your height,
Mm.
because I'm like in that weird space between like average height and tall, so I can get long jeans and they get them tailored to exactly where I want them.
Boy. I'm with you.
Yeah, it really
And
makes
get
a
it tailored.
You get your
difference.
jeans from
And that's so then I
Missguided
get them cut, but if I was to get
okay.
regular jeans, they're
Okay.
always a bit swingy.
Okay.
So it's brilliant. Anyway, so continue.
They
Yeah.
have a sale.
So basically, they've got 330 staff. So obviously, it's a big company. You lot already know about Missguided, right?
But they've been sleeping for a long time though.
You Missguided.
They were around before Pretty Little Thing.
Yeah, they've been around for years.
I'm surprised they stuck on this long.
Serious.
Bro, they were before Pretty Little Thing. Misguided was like your prime, like that was your place to find like clothing. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
after ASOS, but like Misguided, I don't know how they stuck on for so long.
Were they not continuing to bring out good products though? Or
I
was
don't
it
think they even
just-
use social media the way that other brands were using social media. Like,
no, they don't. I think Pretty Little Thing has taken over.
I mean,
Okay.
like violently.
Like,
Serious.
yeah, like seriously.
Well, and I guess that shows in their supply chain costs, because basically all their supply chain costs have gone up. Inflation obviously has hit them, and a lot of people consumer confidence is basically gone through the roof. Sorry, in the other direction. So basically,
Underground.
and so yeah, basically it's a tough market for them, and so they pretty much hired Teneo Financial Advisory, which is just a company based in New York that deals with administration and stuff to sell off their business and their assets.
So there's not going to be any more Missguided.
At the moment, it may just reduce. I'm not
Okay.
too sure if it's going to be completely gone.
That's so
But at the
sad,
moment,
man.
yeah, they're just trying to get rid of a lot of
I
stuff.
remember
'cause
Misguided
obviously-
when I was in secondary school. That's the end of it ever, man.
Wait, when you said get rid of a lot of stuff, do you mean like with the clothes?
This girl,
yeah, that would definitely
this
be
girl wants to
factored into-
drive by with her car and take
I'm
off
about
walk.
to check it. I'm Missguided everything today.
Yeah, whenever a company goes into administration, well, retail company, yeah, a lot of the time they're selling off a lot of stuff. And they have to
Okay,
get
I'ma
rid
check
of
them
their
out.
stores. So yeah,
Got her dancing on their grave.
I didn't make the rules.
yes. So Misguided fans out there,
That is actually sad.
Yeah.
stay tuned and make your way to the shops. Also, because of inflation, cost of living costs, and all this energy costs and all that, the swimming pools may be drying up.
I would like to know how you got there.
Basically, they're just going to be closing a lot of swimming pools because
What?
of the energy costs.
Like community swimming pools.
yeah.
I don't go to them anyway, man. I'd be
Leisure
scared.
centres.
So basically, heating the water
Okay, catch rush.
contributes a lot to the price increases. So yeah, all the money that goes into running these things that a lot of people don't recognize. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
that's sad though, isn't it?
Going up crazy, yeah.
Because they want people to be healthier and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They're
People
gonna
gonna-
close down and like kids' school clubs and stuff like that. So what are they gonna do?
Start walking.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Have
gosh.
to walk
No,
and-
it's super important to let them little kids learn to swim, man.
Yeah. I
Life
mean,
gets
I
tricky.
guess you just have to hope that in your area, swimming pool doesn't close, innit? But yeah,
Oh, that's
it's just
sad.
costing a lot more money to keep leisure centers open every week. So yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, obviously this whole energy cost and everything, it's not just affecting regular people like us. It's affecting businesses too. So yeah, unfortunately that's what's going
But
to
isn't the
happen.
government the one that deals with leisure centres and stuff? Or is that someone that owns it?
Yeah, a lot of them are government owned and stuff, but
Mm.
still, like the government is paying the money, you know what I'm saying, to get the
Yeah, well, I mean, they weren't
Yeah.
giving people 120 million, so
yeah, but you know,
So wait, there's gonna be no swimming pools in our areas, but the asylum seekers get a swimming pool.
exactly.
that
They're
might just,
transporting the
might
swimming
just be
pools
one swimming pool
from Lewisham
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
to
Let them-
Rwanda.
They should be allowed to swim.
Yeah, but basically what they're saying is by 2030, maybe 2,000 swim pools may be closed.
That's really sad, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Them
poor
school trips
kids.
when you were year 4, they were important, man.
yeah.
Sad.
That's where I learned to do my cheat to get my 25 meters.
I cheated as well because I
Really?
really can't swim.
I
I don't know
couldn't do
how
it.
the fuck I managed to convince them that I was meant to go in the deep pool. I almost died. I almost
How do you
died.
cheat? What do you mean? How do you cheat?
Basically,
don't
like
know
when I
how
was
I
doing
did it.
25 meters, this is one lap, yeah.
Yeah,
Like there was a time when I was kind of going down, innit?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't see me, so I held onto the bar.
Oh,
I held onto the girl's foot. She left the school as well. Like I held onto Jessie's foot and I pulled myself forwards and
Yeah.
I managed to
Oh,
like,
what happened to
win.
Jessie then? Did she go down?
She's a good swimmer. She was alright, but I felt bad. But she was alright. I was a kid. I didn't know I was in.
Yeah, so
That's the story.
That's ridiculous.
yeah, so that's where I got my 25 meters certificate. Couldn't do the 50, obviously.
I was about to say, you guys go.
That's the thing. I don't know how you cheat and something like that because you don't actually win.
You
in
don't
the
think
long
of the
run.
fact that you got other meters come ahead of you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Did you get your
guess
50 as well?
I
You
was just
didn't?
happy with
Babe,
it.
I can't swim.
It's crazy.
I don't know how the fuck I did what I did. I cannot swim and I will learn to swim though.
I want to learn that. This is on my thing to do list for this year.
Can you swim?
Brent
you
can
said?
swim, you know?
yeah, I can swim, you know. I'm not
yeah.
fantastic, but I can swim.
Brent, you can swim like a mermaid, innit?
Yeah, like a dolphin.
Yeah.
I hate when he owns it.
Guess my now.
So, yeah.
Oof,
Okay, swimming pools are dry
What
now.
have you got there?
Sad times.
You hungry?
I've got a comfortable stomach.
Anyway, the
Oh.
if I
The
believe
water.
that the new black will
I'm
create
getting into this.
spaces, recreational spaces for children once we get to that level.
For sure. For
So
sure.
make sure you lot keep supporting.
Yes, 100%. And the last thing, again, a bit of bad news, unfortunately. Pasta prices.
Pasta.
Yeah, pasta prices.
Oh, the whites ain't gonna have that. You know, they love
I'm
some
not gonna
pasta.
have that. I love
The
me
mo-
some pasta.
Yeah, which is, one of the most basic food
Alright, relax.
staples, yeah.
You know, you can't
Anyway,
call
the
them
price-
Melissa basic.
price-
You ain't calling pasta basic.
The prices are going up.
Don't roll Gasta, you know, she will never forget. I'm
Listen,
telling you,
I
she will
remember
never
stuff.
forget. At your
Exactly.
funeral, they'll be like, and he rest in peace. Rest in peace with Mona Lisa now, child. She old too, child. Tell her I said hi. Not me saying you said child, but you've never
Then
said
you and
child.
Mark said, I know, I don't know why you guys, but it's fine. I love it. I'm here for it. I absolutely love it.
But
That's
yeah,
so funny.
basically, the stats say that prices of some budget food items
Mhm.
have risen by more than 15%.
This is what I say. I
mad.
love you guys, man. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, I love you too, Brent.
Oh,
Parentacles, we love you
You're like
too.
hilarious, man. Alright, continue.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Gosh, the episode when Marks wasn't here. I'm joking, we love you, babe.
I'm so done.
So yeah,
That's so
like I was
funny.
saying the other day,
Mhm.
inflation is pretty much at 10% now, right? But food, pasta is risen by more than, budget food items generally have
Mhm.
risen by more than 15%. That's more than inflation,
Hmm.
right? Pasta, the lowest cost version of pasta, apparently, has risen by 50%.
Yeah.
So you're already feeling it?
Yeah, because sometimes I meal prep whatever, so buy lots of pasta. It's
There you
more
go.
expensive.
this inflation, bro.
It's not
Yeah,
£100
it's crazy.
anymore. And
That's
pasta
wild.
in my head is plastic food. I know it's not plastic food yet, but it's
No, but yeah, like,
it seems really cheap to like to
I
create.
recycle every week. The heck?
You just may have to, I guess, choose. I mean, obviously not everybody, but some people may have to just choose certain other foods to kind of replace that.
Do you know what's mad?
Or you just start stealing.
No, I hear it. Like I've replaced
Entertainment, guys. Entertainment.
Yeah,
And-
I've gone pescatarian. I don't know why. It just do you know I go by whatever's cheaper in the supermarket. So on the weeks where they're doing a deal with the mints, the 5% mints, like the lean one, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
They did something with tuna this week, so today I guess
Guess
I'm
what? I'm
pescatarian.
pescatarian.
Yeah, because I'm trying to be really sensible.
Nah, I know what you do. Go to the self checkout, but then leave items in your basket.
No, you
That's
Don't
called
scan them.
stealing.
Duh.
But you agreed to steal it a second ago. You
No,
said, I
I
hear
said-
it.
And then,
Oh,
Koi, when you
I be
leave,
saying shit,
just like bag your stuff
Nah.
in that section.
God bless
and then
me
just,
way too much for me.
Look at you, man. You're like, you
God
know what?
bless
You're onto something.
Do you know what? It's not even that, but because obviously I have like some big expenses I want to do for the end of the year. I'm trying to be more adult in it. But it's like, when you actually see the amount of money you spend on food,
Oh
it's
my God,
crazy.
listen. And me, I'm a
Crazy.
habitual food spender. Like, I go to Tesco like every single day. Like
Not
literally.
Tesco's, it's
Tesco's
mad.
has the whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. Like,
You have a club
like
card?
honestly, it's getting to
Of
the
course,
point
come
where
on. Savings.
I was just gonna say it's getting to the point where we do see certain deals, crazy deals.
Yeah.
Just buy in bulk and keep it in your freezer.
Facts.
Yeah, I should do
100%.
that. I should.
Because basically what they're saying is the price of crisps have risen 17%.
Can't
Dropping
have
that
that.
out anyway.
I'm
bread
not
and-
eat Christian.
Bread and minced beef, it's gone up
Mm.
16%.
That's why I'm on tuna.
Rice, 15%. So yeah, man. So there have been certain drops in prices like potatoes and stuff, down 14%. But yeah,
I'm trying to
generally
get abs for the
things are going
summer.
up, man.
Mm.
That's wild,
Yeah.
man.
So yes.
Do you know what's mad? As funny as it is how we're saying it, that's like somebody's
It's
weekly
real
shop
life.
as a mother.
Yeah.
Like that's like,
it's
do you know what I
bad, it's
mean?
bad still.
Like,
Yeah, but we laugh to cope with the pain, people.
no.
This
I
is
think they know that
insensitive.
by now. If you're listening to us, like, you need to know that. Otherwise, you're a criminal. No, definitely. But I'm really nervous, like for like families. Like I'm really, really nervous for families.
I hate that
You're-
I want to
you're a
say
great
Rashford
person.
where you at.
You're not nervous for families? Like people that have kids, I'm nervous for them.
If I'm honest, am I sitting here nervous for other people's families? Right? No, I'm not right now.
I'm
I'll be
nervous.
honest.
Man. I'm nervous for them.
I'm not. I should pretend
one-
that I am right now.
I don't want to say
I
too
just think
much, yeah.
I just think she just said anything at all.
Yeah,
No.
that was to say nothing. That was like an MJ moment. You didn't have to say
Yeah,
it.
like you
You didn't have to say
didn't.
it.
No, Brent told me I need to be more honest.
I don't think that's what
Don't
Brent
let
meant.
Brent lead you to the edge, you know.
Oh,
No, I
yeah.
think he and Brent need to have another meeting after this episode because
Esther speaking to the camera to speak to Brent.
because I know Brent's looking at me. So
No, I'm playing on the fact that earlier he said I keep bringing outside conversations in, so I made a joke.
Nah.
Oh,
He didn't say that to me.
something
but
about me
I
being
have
funny.
I have a friend. I have this really good male friend of mine, and I recently found out that he paid for food for his neighbor because like she just was down and out. Like, and I know a lot of people are gonna make it sexual, or whatever, but no, she's like an auntie. Or
How did she
whatever.
know? How did you know? That's interesting.
I think she will make food and just offer him stuff. So like just offer him like an auntie, like, oh, I've
Okay.
made some extra food. And I think he just saw, they must have had a conversation and he saw she was just getting a bit lean in it and was getting a bit tough. And so he just did that. I think he's done it multiple times
Oh,
now.
that's really sweet.
And he
That's
don't worry,
really
he's
good.
got good boundaries. So if he doesn't want to do it, he won't do it anymore. But like it's crazy because I think that's the kind of community we don't have anymore in this country or world or whatever. But it's like kind of what's needed. Some people generally are in terrible situations. So when I said I care about families, because I think I've seen some real life
Okay.
Do you know what as well
impacts
though?
of that.
What's the word? Donate to like food banks and stuff. Like when you
Yes.
shop, even if it's just like one can. Imagine if each person that went to a shop, a supermarket,
Yeah.
got a can and put it in the food bank stuff.
I
That
might
would
be
definitely
wrong,
help.
yeah.
Do that.
But I did that at Morrison's, and what I saw, I could be wrong, but they repackage it, but then they put like a £2 on it so that they can get lots of. But then I feel like, does that mean that I could be wrong, by the way? But
Oh,
does
I
that
pray to
think
God you're
that-
wrong because that's wild.
No, they can't do that. Sure.
I've literally seen, so you
Well,
buy
who knows
stuff
what
and
people
put
are
it into the
doing?
food
Yeah.
bank or whatever. Then I see now like brown bags full of like the stuff, like donated stuff, but then with like a cheaper like £2, but it'll have like stuff in it, like
But then maybe
like
someone.
random assortment. of-
Yeah, it must just.
But then
be
maybe
like-
someone bought something that was £2.
do you know what? Let me not smear Morrison's name because you never know when we're going to get sponsorship. Let me go and double check. I'm going to go
I
past
that's
and
really
ask
down.
them what this is. Because,
No, but that sounds like a good idea though.
no, because then
Sure.
we're paying twice. I donated this.
No, because she donated it.
No,
I
but,
bought it
but
already.
you ain't buying it back.
No,
But
but,
then-
no, but she bought it for the other family to get it
Yeah.
for free.
No.
You should never
They
believe
shouldn't
over
sell it to
country.
the
No,
family.
what she's saying is what I'm hearing from you is
Mhm.
people donate to the food bank,
Mhm.
yeah,
Not you, man. Looking at him close.
and then
I said, go on, show your ass. Go on.
and then Morrison's, they get all these brown bags and they start putting an assortment of things into the bag.
Yeah.
One bag, the value of one bag that they've put together might cost £15, but they've slapped on
But I've
£2 there.
paid for it.
No,
Like, we've
but
paid
you're
for it. The
not buying.
donators.
You're not buying.
We
the
well,
bag.
there might be a family that
Someone-
doesn't
okay.
have £2. I reason I bought it is so that a
I
family doesn't
know,
have to pay
but
for
what
it
I'm
at
saying,
all.
I get it. But what I'm saying is, so a family is coming to Morrison's, right?
Mhm.
There's a bag. The value of this bag is £25.
Yeah.
But Morrison said, you know what? Have this for £2. That's what they're doing.
Are you a good person?
You just
You just
described
said
what
it out
Morrison's
here
are
doing
doing.
I know, but it
in
seems
their
like you're
cells.
okay with it. Everyone understood.
It's better that they get it for free. But on the business level, you just got something £25 for £2. It's a bargain.
I'm gonna double check. I don't want Morrison to come for us.
You're a dictator,
guys. That's what I think.
I don't ever want to live in a country where you're in charge.
No, but that sounds like a very basic business premise, no?
Do you know what's crazy though? Yeah.
What? Can we just make sure Morrison's? I'm going to double check, okay?
Do you know, at this point,
I
I'm
actually
actually
like you.
upset with you. They're upset with this. I know you must agree with him. Go on.
No, what I was going to say is, this is what people need to realize the government does. This is how they subsidize certain things with your tax. That inefficient way of sending your money to help other people, that's what they do.
So basically, the government
is
wants
why
us to
it's
do
best.
charity so they don't have to pay for stuff.
Yeah.
Can you
they'll
give
take
me
it
like
from
a
your
real
tax.
life? Can you give me like a real life example of that? Because I don't quite get what you mean.
So basically, if they want to give to charity, right, they'll tax you, right?
Yeah.
So, but if you were to actually give it your own stuff to charity, it will go further.
Okay.
That's basically what I mean.
Okay. So without the middleman, there's
Exactly.
more benefit on the charity
100%.
end. Okay. Well, I'm gonna double check because legally and allegedly I ain't got smoke for Morrison. So I'm gonna double check. But I remember seeing that, thinking, what? But yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's the end of my
That's the end of the People's Journal. We appreciate it. Now, guys, we're going to go into asking for a friend. Put your seatbelt on. All right, then. So, guys, this is the message. Hey, guys, love the show. So, basically, my friend told me that she found out that her man cheated on his previous girl, and that's why they broke up. Okay, he had told her that they just grew apart. Is that something that my friend has to worry about? Thanks.
Also, sorry, my name was there, so I thought I was gonna do it. So I've been building it up in my head, but I was gonna read it, but it's fine.
Oh, so I didn't know that. That's what we were doing now.
No, but my name was there.
Forget that.
Is it because you said elements earlier?
I think it was there for rotation.
No, I didn't read that.
No,
I
he
thought-
wasn't
I
sure
thought-
that he'd be able to pronounce the words, so he had to practice.
No, I thought,
This guy wants to be hired so badly.
I thought Eman's giving me something to do, innit?
You did rotation
My name
yesterday.
was there.
And it was meaty.
Are you blaming me?
I'm just saying.
Are you blaming me? You blaming Emmanuel? He put my name there.
He said Emmanuel, your full name. All right, well, would you like to give your answer?
No, carry on.
I'm ready. It's to all of us. So
Yeah.
would you like to give your answer?
No.
Since you're gagging for it.
I'm going to read it again because I wasn't listening to you, but you guys can talk.
I thought you were going to read into the mic.
No, I'm going to read it to myself.
So you
I
really
think
want to read
that's
to
very
it?
rude. Okay, I'm still trying to understand the connection. So basically, my friend told me.
Do you want me to explain it to you?
Yes,
So basically,
please,
yeah,
sister.
so so you're my friend.
Keep reading.
I'm your friend, right?
Yeah.
I've said to you, oh my gosh. So my boyfriend, when we were talking, he said that no. So I found out, right, that the reason why Jamie broke up with his ex is because he cheated.
Mhm.
But when we got together, he said to me that it's because they grew apart. Should I be worried about this?
I don't think that's a breakup offense.
It's not a breakup of offense, but I think you have to have your bob on because I
it's
think
not-
he's a liar.
It's not.
Oh
but it's-
my God.
if-
Why didn't he say-
If you found out that your current boyfriend
Mhm.
cheated on his ex-missus,
Mhm.
is that
That's
like
important information, but I would understand why he wouldn't tell me that.
No,
when we
no,
caught him.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
Why not?
would you finding out that make you look at him any different?
Yeah, he's a liar.
And a
Exactly.
cheater, right?
And he's cheated in the past. But I mean,
You think that's breakable?
I don't think
Breakable?
I don't think that's a breakupable offense, but I do think it's a switch on.
I like that when I use words, say you guys just run with it. It's great.
Oh, by the way, can I just say, is he a cheater or he cheated?
Brent, is it? Brent, come on. You mean Eman are the same person?
What do you mean?
No, because I always do that. I always like, how many times do you have to cheat to be a cheater?
Do you know, you're giving me Oprah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
silence. Was she
Did
silent?
was it cheated? Did he cheat? Or was it cheater?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're giving me.
Yeah.
My thing,
Yeah, I don't like that.
He's already caught the punishment for cheating, innit? He lost his ex. Do you know what I mean? However,
So it was
it
a
is,
punishment. You probably did on purpose
Yeah,
to get out
facts.
of it.
but I do feel like the fact that he did, but I would understand why. How
Why,
many girls
yeah.
Why
have?
would you understand? Actually, why would you understand why he didn't tell you? I'm
Because he
interested.
doesn't want. My thing is that I think you can tell that to somebody depending on how you say it and just own it.
Yeah.
But I could understand why he doesn't want this present person that he wants to take seriously to know that he had this inclination at one time, especially if he doesn't think it defines who he is
Yeah, of
now.
course.
But the problem is that you would want to
Okay.
know because you'd want to know what you're dealing with. But everybody in
Yeah.
the dating stage, everyone puts their best foot forward.
Yeah.
You do not see my hair without it being done at the beginning. Do you know, you see me in the outfit I want you to see me in. Everything is quite.
Mm.
And even if you're your real self, I'm just saying you still care. There's an element of putting your best foot forward
Yeah.
to a degree. Do you know what I mean? It would be crazy to navigate the world without that, especially when everyone else is doing that. That's dumb.
Mm.
So I can imagine why on the first date, second date, third date, oh shit, I like her. He never at any point thinks, let me tell her that I slept with my ex's friend or slept with somebody else while I was with my ex. I can understand that.
Do you know what I would do?
However, a lie is a lie.
What I would do, because I really don't like lying at all. what I would do is I don't think it's breakupable, but what I would do is I would bring up to him and be like, I found out that you cheated on your ex. And now I need to know why it is that you didn't tell me that. Why weren't you honest with me? If you tell me it's because, you know what, I didn't want you to judge me on that, blah, blah, blah. I will let you know, fair enough. But moving forward, be honest with me about stuff. Don't worry about me judging you. Just be honest, right? That's what I would do. I do think that your friend, to an extent, has to be worried about it because I'm just now aware that you have cheated in the past. I'm not saying you're capable of cheating now, but you've made a less than smart decision in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And you brought half of that trait into this relationship because you lied. I'll be aware of that. But I would say that you definitely have to have a conversation with him and definitely say, I don't care. By the way, sis, even if the way you found out was through snooping or whatever, sorry, that don't count. Let's address the matter at hand. My snooping is not the problem. I will find out why it is that you lied about it. If it's a sensible enough reason, then fair enough. But moving forward, I would definitely be aware of the fact that you cheated. You might not be a cheater because you haven't done it to me yet, but you cheated and you lied. You're cheated in that situation and you're a liar here. That's a very mad equation.
Is withholding the truth lying?
Yes. It's lied by omission.
Yes, but my thing is like, sorry, do you?
No, I thought I heard Brent.
Like if you wasn't asked about, like if the man was never asked, oh, how did you and your ex broke up?
That's different.
And so he didn't volunteer the information, but he wasn't asked. Is that a liar?
No, I think if we were having a conversation about cheating and you just didn't tell me that you've done it before, that could be that I could class as an omission. But I think if I never asked, have you ever cheated or how did you guys break up? No, because you're not really going to tell me every single thing in your life. Like,
yeah, of course.
So no, I wouldn't say that.
For me personally, I feel like a lot of people have done a lot of different fuckeries throughout their relationships and throughout their past. Do you know what I mean? I can't expect the person when you first started dating is the same person that I'm dating now 10 years later, 5 years later, whatever. Though I hope that anyway. So in my head, I think, I'm not going to lie to you, if I find out that he cheated in the last relationship, that's going to be a conversation just out of interest, just trying to understand why you think you're different now, all of that. It would be a conversation. It won't be accusatory though. It would be like, so you want smoke? Like, is it? It would be like, kind of light. I think guys are very sober sometimes. I think he would know that, okay, she now knows this about me, so I need to like just make sure that everything is actually okay, like everything's cool and not do anything that's going to fuel this flame. Do you know what I mean? I think that's just a natural thing he would think about. And then also for me, my consideration is don't cheat on me, my G. Like, but the things that my problem would be that if you cheated in the past and you also lied about it, if I'm overthinking, do you feel like it's your right to? And just like what's your relationship with cheating? Do you think it's something that you don't do? Because a lot of guys, some people think you can have an open relationship. There's some people think that like Margs thinks I get what I want. I'm gonna do what I do, get what I want.
It's a social construct.
Do you know what I mean? It's a social construct. I'm just not gonna you can't handle it though, so I'm gonna keep in the matrix. Some guys think like that. So it would be important for me to know, because me being with him, I made the assumption that he wouldn't do that to me. Do you know what I mean? I haven't made the assumption that he's not capable of it. I've just decided that I don't think he would do that to me. So it would just be about a conversation. I wouldn't want him to feel punished for something he's done in the past though, because then a lot of guys are idiots and they'll be like, oh, well, if I'm being punished for it, might as well go and do it. Man, it's a hard, tough game being a woman. But yeah, with all of that being said, I think it would be a conversation, but I wouldn't want to make him feel accused. But I think naturally he would take onus on himself to make sure that he doesn't fuel it through stupid actions.
I'm very impressed with Koi's non-judgmental perspective.
I don't like that men are on my side. When men are on my side, I feel like I've said something wrong.
I just think it's very healthy.
So I think mine is unhealthy and judgmental.
I think it's
yeah, you think that? Why do you think that?
I don't think it's unhealthy. I think it's cool to have that guard. I think it's very smart, in fact.
Yeah.
But I think when you have a guard up, you often miss out on things. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? So I think a more healthier standpoint would be to be like, you know what? It's not me. The way you behave towards me will be different to how to the way you behave towards this other person, for example.
But then what part of
and understanding that?
There's nothing that I said that he could do that to me though.
No, but it kind of is a thing where it's like, you seem to be more like, okay, you know what? I made a mental note of this. I need to now watch him.
No, but I do that because you lied.
But that's what I'm saying. Koi's standpoint wasn't really like that. It was so like,
no, I've made a mental note. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear.
It's less so. It's more so like, you know what? That happened before. I'm now going to treat this like, you know what? So. Do
you know what I take from what you're saying to me?
Yeah.
And this is no offense to you at all. But what I take from what you're saying to me is that Koi's answer it's easier for you to get away with more nonsense in the future.
No.
Because
But why does it have to be nonsense that's going to happen in the future?
Because that's the way you're saying to me.
No, it just means that, like, I genuinely believe there's a clean slate with her. You know what I'm saying? With yours, it's more like it's not as clean. We wiped it, but we didn't wipe it twice.
No, but I did say we need to get like playback on here because I did say that he cheated in that situation.
Yeah.
All he's done so far to me is lied about it.
Yeah.
And I said have a conversation with him, and if he explains, I said definitely have a conversation with him. If he explains what it is, blah blah blah, then that's fine. But just say to him, I even gave you encouraging way to strengthen your relationship for the future. I said, if he tells whatever the reason he tells you, let him know that, you know, in the future, like, don't just tell me stuff. Just be open with me.
Okay.
So I'm not understanding.
All right. Maybe
my first reaction when you look, I said, when men agree with me, I'm scared that I've said the
You should have been.
But I do feel like maybe because a part of me thinks that everyone's not cheating, but everyone's up to something that they're not sharing in their, like, they've changed, like people have done stuff, whatever. But for me personally, cheating is kind of a mindset. And I did say that when it's the whole mugs thing, cheating is a mindset. And it'll be really important for me to kind of I will make a mental note of it, 100%.
Do you know what it is? Sorry to cut you. I think it's more so like Koi's perspective kind of factored in the fact that, you know what, before you met me, you had a past. Yours is kind of like, I don't care what your past is. You did this in the past. I made a mental note of it. Hers is more so like, we've all messed up. So I'm not going to hold all of that against you. I'm just going to understand that it occurred. But as far as me and you are concerned, this is our situation now. I'm just saying how it felt to me.
You've strengthened my argument that you can get away with crud.
No, it's not getting away. He hasn't done anything to get away with.
It definitely is.
All right, cool.
But yeah, all right then. So sis, it's up to you.
Nick, take the healthy or the toxic answer.
Sis, it's up to you. Do what feels best for you. But I also think it's like we put a lot of onus on the person and what the person intends or whatever. Yeah. But really, it's about you. If cheating is something that's a no-go for you and you just feel like you can't live at peace in this relationship, then you got to do what's best for you. There's no point in forcing it, genuinely.
100%.
But
how about you, Manuel? If a woman that you're seeing...
And Yusuf as well, you ain't said nothing.
Sorry, my stomach is doing craziness.
I mean, I personally, I would definitely make a mental note of it. But at the same time, I believe, like, the way you may have treated with that guy, like, all right, put it this way. I think I'm a different type of nigga, to be honest with you.
Man said nigga. I'm a different animal.
So I don't think certain things that occur with certain guys happens to me. Again, I could be naive and ignorant.
As in, you don't believe a woman would ever cheat on you?
It's not happening.
That is some that is
but at
a
the same
false...
time,
Yusuf, go ahead.
That ain't happening. The thing is, I feel you on that, and that's the confidence that you have in yourself and the woman you're with, yeah? But, and I think, just like the conversation earlier about we see women as, you know, the pinnacles of society, they can't do no wrong in it. I think it's naive to believe it can't happen to you. I get the confidence, because I also stand with that same confidence, but I'm not going to be naive to think it could never happen to me. It could happen to anybody.
I am definitely embellishing and exaggerating a bit, but because it's definitely possible.
Anything can happen. Kind of nigga. But that's your new intro. Yo, it's E-Man, a different kind of nigga.
To be fair, I want that. I'm taking that from you.
This guy hasn't got one original bone in his body. What the fuck?
I'm gonna swap the circumcised.
This is the remix. You know what?
But like, I think. To be fair, I think I'll be somewhere in between Koi and Esther's standpoint, where I just think I'll make a mental note of it, but I wouldn't necessarily...
you'd be fully on Esther's side point. I think if I
we need some narrative that my side point is...
It's not mad. I haven't disagreed with you.
Because what I'm saying is, I think that is a very logical and sensible thing to do. I'm not saying bleach his clothes. I'm not saying fight him. I'm literally saying have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Talk about it, and then make like... If you can't make a mental note...
Can I just say, that's exactly what I said as well, though, you know?
No, but if you don't make it... Like, I'm saying make a mental note. That every normal human being used to stop it. Any human being will make a mental note. Like, you don't have to... I'm just saying make a mental note.
But we all said that, though.
You can't forgive and forget and forget. It's not possible. You see, you're going to remember. So you mentally made a note even without saying make a mental note.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
So like, this
to be
conversation of negative and positive...
I think you two are saying the same thing.
I think you're repainting it in your head.
I'm definitely not. I'm
because-
hearing what you guys are saying.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said.
So I said have a conversation. I said you're gonna make a mental note of it. But I said that this is a new relationship. So and this is a relationship where you haven't actually committed that crime of cheating. So we're gonna move forward. But I also think he has to take onus on himself to make sure that he doesn't add fuel to the fire. We literally said the exact same thing, but in different English. And for me personally, I think the energy he's saying that you have is this exact, even maybe doubly, who have that energy himself. If a woman he was with, he found out cheated on her ex, I don't think you'll break up with her, but I think you're gonna look at her sideways.
And this is what I'm trying to say to you. Like Anna, yes, pretty much. But at the same time, I think in my sober mind, I will also think I'm a different person. And to me, if you're in that relationship thinking you want love, like love can hurt, but it should be freeing. You know what I'm saying? And when you're going into a situation, wanting all the beautiful things that come with love, right? There's that potential, like James Baldwin said, yeah, to act is to be committed. To be committed is to be in danger. You're putting yourself at crazy risk. You know what I'm saying? But you have to go into it full blown. And so I can't go into something, or I don't believe people should go into something holding back and kind of being like, this person's this way or that particular way. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to potentially allow yourself to be a fool. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I'm seeing it.
How about if 3 of her last exes she cheated?
Yeah, then
you are a cheater.
yeah, then I may just make her pay for that dinner and I'm gone.
I'm so dead.
But I think you guys are saying kind of the same thing.
That's
The
what I
only
think.
difference I'm seeing is you're kind of holding the fact that he lied to you, where you kind of let that go.
Yeah, because I feel like not that I'm okay with lying, but I think a lot of people present themselves in the best light. That wasn't outright lie,
Yeah.
but I just think being a human and understanding what people do in that first, I'm just like, I don't think of it as a lie. And you're entitled to be fully annoyed by it and fully angry about it. But I think about the circumstance around that lie. I'm just like, I don't think it's the worst thing in the
because
universe.
that's said,
But it's not okay. Don't
you're
do it.
bringing in half of your crime into this relationship, which is the lie.
But I
And I think
but I
that's
think-
only where you guys differ. Apart from that, I think same perspective.
Yeah, but I also think I agree with you because I used to be like how you just described in terms of very hesitant. If I saw something, it would make me very hesitant to give that person like a real go. Like, and that does prevent the bad from happening to you, but also prevents the wonderful from happening in terms of you literally, I don't know, like you disqualify this person from being a real option.
Yeah.
And that's something I realized just me personally as a person I was doing. Like I was just like, oh, I saw something that made me uncomfortable. So I'm going to be here, but I'm not going to really be here. And I worry that if this person decides to move forward with too much of an attachment to that person's past, this relationship already is done.
Yeah, I agree.
What else would you allow him to lie to you about?
Oh, this is what we're doing. I don't think I'm allowing. Okay, so you can take it however you like, but I don't think it's allowing. I think it's understanding what his intention was, which was not to not be defined by something he did in the past. Do you know what I mean? Which I think I can understand that, but like I think it's more about once you enter this circle of importance to me, you can't like you're not you can't like even that lie that he did in the beginning. I'm not okay with that. I'm just saying that I'm extending some grace because I don't feel like the intention was to harm me or to like, do you know what I mean? I feel like the intention was just to be like, don't define me by this mistake I made at one point in my life. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like I don't want anyone to lie to me. Like for me personally, accountability, saying you're going to do something and actually doing it and being honest is madly important to me. Like I'm giving you guys this as somebody who's not emotionally attached to this, so I can be very sober. But Koi, like if you lie and if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, your good is gone. And that's something I feel like, am I doing too much? But it's the standards I have. And if somebody cares about me enough, they'll live up to it. Don't make a promise to me you're not going to keep. And don't lie. So I'm not going to really allow any lies, to be fair. I'm just saying, because it's like, I'm envisioning this first time he's trying to chat to me, or the first couple of times he's trying to chat to me, I would understand why he wouldn't say, oh yeah, by the way, I cheated on my ex. I can understand that.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Obviously, we need to go to the next segment.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
quick question, yeah? And a simple yes or no will suffice, yeah?
Mhm.
I don't know if people still, care about this. But if you're dating a guy, like the guy, he now asks you, what's your body count? Are you lying?
I'm not answering the question.
You're not answering the
I'm
question?
not answering the question.
Cool. Are you answering the question?
No, but if you must know, I wouldn't lie about it. I don't lie
Okay,
about it.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, then.
I'm just find it interesting, very interesting. Let me not expound on that. I'll do it on another
Another day.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just sort of find something interesting for rants.
No, it's the whole line thing.
Oh.
Yeah, but we can talk about it later.
Yeah, we have another episode tomorrow, so we could definitely jump into this. And what was the other thing, Mona Lisa? We're gonna talk about all of these things tomorrow. But then yeah, let's head into the next segment. Okay, let's go. Since we did this yesterday, does somebody want to share the headlines? All right, I'll do it myself.
For it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tom Grennan attacked.
Grennan. Sorry.
Sorry, you might not do this one, please.
All right, cool. Tom Grennan.
What?
There's a reason.
Oh,
I'm sure there's a reason, but you got to tell the people what it is, because this is
I'll
looking
tell them,
very
I'll tell them.
Yeah.
firing coy on
It'll
live.
It'll make sense when I'm
Okay,
I'm
go
talking
ahead.
about it.
Is he your
Basically,
cousin?
he's white. Maybe on my
Wife's
Irish
side.
side. Yeah, so the budding star, Brit nominee, and friend to the new black, Tom
Okay.
Grennan, was unfortunately attacked in New York last month. So
Oh,
despite this, he's keeping in good spirits and says, "It's been a positive journey and I've got to look forward." Tom's attack happened while he was touring in the US. It resulted in him getting a torn eardrum and he was forced to postpone the gig in Washington, D.C.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so speaking after his set at Radio 1's Big Weekend in Coventry, he said, "I hope that whoever did it to me got the help that they needed. It's unfortunate that the attack happened, but I'm living my dream now." So yes, here at TNB, we wish Tom all the best. So basically, the reason why he's a friend is because, obviously, as you lot have heard, I used to make music.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. The New Black used to make a lot of music, as Yusuf knows.
Yeah.
And one of our big tracks was with Tom Grennan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we need a musical day because I
we,
did.
we might have to play that track, at some point. Maybe
Wavy.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. Tom's a very nice
What was
guy,
your rap
very
name?
talented. It's just my normal name.
E-Man.
Yeah.
I think you could do
Which one
better
is
than
it?
that.
Eman or
I can do
the
better.
full name?
Yeah.
Do I still need to go back to
I feel like you're doing music. I think you're going to do music again.
see that? This is why I like your belief,
Yeah, I believe in you.
100%. My talent can't go to waste. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? I need to bring Marks back into the game too. You know what I'm saying?
Has Marks retired from rapping? Like officially?
I don't know.
officially?
I don't think he's retired, but I haven't heard nothing.
Yeah.
It's the inspiration. He said that the life in which he lives doesn't reflect the type of music he used to make. So if he can find some form of bridge between what he currently does now and how we can express that through words, then cool. Do that.
Okay.
He's
Nice.
going to be the one to introduce rap to the upper class when he gets there.
Oh, I love
Watch.
that.
Yeah, man. So yeah, big up Tom Grennan, man.
I hope you're okay as well. Torn eardrum seems like a serious thing. So yeah, I hope for a fast recovery for you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, this person we don't know. But the student was it's a serious thing. Let me not do a jokey segue.
Yeah. Trigger
All
warning,
right.
trigger warning.
Oh, trigger warning as well. Okay, trigger warning. So a student stalked by instructor on TikTok. Maisie Ralph, the 19-year-old pupil of 52-year-old driving instructor Graham Mancy, was left shaken up after realizing the degree to which he had become obsessed with her. The 52-year-old instructor has been given a suspended sentence earlier this month for stalking his former pupil. He asked the teenager out for drinks and created a TikTok account called For Macy, which featured a red heart emoji and a bio description, "My favorite." He taught around 15 of her friends to drive and gave another student a gift bag to pass on to her containing £65 in restaurant vouchers. It contained a key ring featuring a bone with her dog's name on it and the University of York sign, where she was due to move to and attend. Becoming more and more disturbed by his actions, she blocked Mancy on all social media and stopped learning how to drive with him. But not long after, his car was spotted on her road. He even went as far as to pretend to be an 18-year-old student on Instagram and join her Hall of Residence WhatsApp group. Wow. After being arrested, he confessed to the police that he had used the dark web and paid people hundreds of pounds to try and hack into her social media accounts. Despite all of this, he was given an 8-week jail term, suspended for a year, and was told to complete 30 rehabilitation days and visit the Stalking Threat Assessment Center to get help. The victim was also happy with the decision, stating she was glad he had not been jailed as he can now access the help he needs. She's a better person than me. That
That is
is
a super creep.
scary.
That's wild.
That is scary. You know, even as a kid, when I was being chased for whatever reason,
Yeah.
like games or whatever,
Mm.
the feeling of someone being like behind me and close to me just used to really freak me out. Like I probably shouldn't have been playing these chasing games, but like this is to me scary because a stalker, you don't actually know what their intention is, and nothing stops them. Like there's no really efficient laws to like stop them, and oftentimes it's motivated by mental like condition or something like that. So there's no real respect for any laws you impose on them anyway. So yeah, man, this would freak me out a lot.
Yeah, no, it's creepy as hell, man. I think he should have got. Do you feel like he should have got a more of a harsher sentence, or do you reckon this was enough?
I think it's because he didn't act on it in some crazy roundabout way.
But the intentions are there, and obviously he did do certain things. I guess because I don't know, maybe because there was no actual physical assault. Maybe that's why they took it so lenient on him. But this is all signs of an actual madman.
Crazy.
So yeah, he needs to get out immediately.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, she seems. I think what's easing me is the fact that she seems happy with the fact that he didn't get jail time. So maybe he's just like has no social tact, but he's a nice person. But he just obviously doesn't know boundaries or whatever. But she doesn't seem scared because I feel like she seems scared, but I feel like I would want jail time. I would want throw away the key, not because he's done something dangerous, but because I don't know when he's gonna stop. So, but she seems okay. So maybe he's not a dangerous in terms of violence. Maybe it's not a violent thing. Maybe it's just not knowing boundaries at all.
I think this is beyond boundaries, if
Yeah.
you ask me. But I hear what you're saying. But yeah, to me, this is beyond boundaries. He's an actual stalker.
Yeah, no, he is.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. All right then, guys. Let's jump into Out Ere. All right then, guys. Is it my time? Yeah. All right. Trying my best. Okay, cool. All right, so. So we're gonna do this one. Well, we already spoke about it. But let me tell you why he's an idiot. Yeah. So this guy, first of all, he's got a job. He's doing a job and he's freaking out the garden. Guys, I'm not really good at this and I don't feel like I'm getting the support I need from the audience right now.
No, I was letting you land
like,
it.
I don't know if it's gonna.
No, it was cool. It was good.
Okay,
It was good.
you know when you get
Working,
freaked out halfway through the set, you're just like, okay, cool. No, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna do it as quiet. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it as quiet, guys. Like mimicking Marks just ain't it's not what I was hired for. But I feel like the fact that he tried to get someone on the dark web to hack into her social media's account shows that he was trying to upset her day. Like, I don't understand. I think the fact that he made it clear that he knew what university and stuff, I can imagine that she would have got scared. Like, how much did I tell this guy? Like I said, stalking to me is just such a mental fuckery. So I definitely think he deserves to be done out here. Personally, for me, I would love a longer like punishment just because I don't know when it's going to end. Like, this coming out in like 30 days after rehabilitation, not getting any jail time, what's going to really stop him? He doesn't seem to be...
Yeah, and also 30 days is not enough rehab. 30 days is not... Human beings don't change in 30 days.
Like, facts.
I'm more impressed that they have a stalkers unit. That's what I'm...
Yeah.
A support group for stalkers. I'm more impressed by that.
I don't know. I think stalking is a really, really scary thing. But, man, yeah, listen. What's his name? I can do this part.
Mancy.
Graham Mancy. You're done out here.
You did well.
I tried, guys, but you know, I got my own shine. Do you know what I mean? I got my own glitter. I can't be using my man's. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so that's that. Let's head into the outro. All right, guys, with all of that, I just want to shout out all our hosts. We have the Shade Queen, we have Big Man Use, we have E-Man, we have Koi, and of course, we have Brent. So, guys, shout out to you guys, and obviously, most importantly, shout out to all the people that tune in. We appreciate your support. Be the plug in your group. Share this with 2 of your enemies and 5 of your friends. That's 7 people every day. That's exponential growth. And also, guys, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. That's where you get additional content. It gets even funnier. I'm sure there's going to be clips from today that's going to be out there. So that's how you can bring your friends in. If you want to send in a voice note, or if you want to send in a text message, send it into 075 6484 1073. That's 075 6484 1073. Now, guys, as you already know, we've made a change to our plan to move to Patreon. We're going to be moving to a different platform where you can watch every show live. That means you can be a bigger part of the show, help us build our community properly, engage with us, and all the amazing stuff that we really want from you. So we're going to keep you up to date with how that's going to happen and where you can find us. But if you do want to be on the show or inquire about the show, make sure you email the team at thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Black is spelled BLXCK. All right then. Love. Have a great day.
Peace.